Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Today, Vegas is not joining us, but we have a blast from the not so distant past. PR will be filling in as our first guest on Lost Horizon, unless his internet hates all of us. How's everybody doing?
Doing all right. You?
I'm doing pretty good. So last session, we wrapped up our first adventure. We started the session hypoist a prisoner of the White Helm, and eventually the White Helms tried to negotiate for hypoist release in order for the group to surrender, and they planned to. Well, they didn't plan to. They constructed a bomb, and they didn't really know what they were going to use on it, but they knew they needed to get hypoist back, so they arranged for a prisoner, a way to buy hypoist back, ransom him, if you will. And when they got there, the conversation was going, and then hypoist slipped his cuffs and drew his well-hidden pistol and shot someone in the front seat, and that's when it all kicked off, and we had a big firefight.
I just want to say I have no regrets on that decision.
And then you guys chased down the remaining White Helms all the way back to their ship, gunning down the vast majority of them in a kind of ruthless spread. The only person who did it was Razik. Do no harm.
Well, do a little harm, but not in that case.
And if you're wondering why everyone's a little pixelated, right when we went live, Discord decided it was going to have a bad day. So we're all seeing pixelated versions of each other. And thus, you do too. Except for me. Because, it's taking directly from my webcam. So, the little teaser of last week, at the end, Alicia was awoken by the sound of someone speaking her name. Where we come in today, it's maybe a few days later. It's an unspecified amount of time later. And Alicia, you, and also suddenly, right when we start streaming, my throat decides now it's gonna cause problems. We're gonna power through. Alicia, you have felt a psychic draw coming from the east, and one day you took an Ardaloo and you went east, trying to feel where this psychic pull was coming from, and you arrived here at the Hollow. And then you came back to the Narabi rig. So this is maybe a day or two after that. Hypoist and Razik have probably noticed by now that Alicia seems uncharacteristically quiet and contemplative. The pranks,
brooding?
Yeah, brooding even. The pranks have come to a halt. Irene hasn't noticed because Irene has been very busy working on the dome. She's been engrossed in her work to the point where it's almost like she's not here. Yeah.
That tracks.
So we're going to pick things up off maybe just after everyone's had breakfast.
And I'm guessing Alicia took this ride out to the Hollow by herself, or she hasn't done that yet?
She already did that, yeah. She just said,
Okay.
I'm going to go for a ride, and came back an hour or two later. Mood unchanged.
Yeah.
And the reason it took me so long is because I have no skills in drive. I probably got lost.
Yeah, it might have been longer than an hour.
I meant to ask you this before we started. Do I recognize that connection?
It feels familiar, but that's about it. You definitely recognize the voice that called out to you, though. So you might be able to put two and two together.
Would Alicia have spoken to any of us about this beforehand?
No, probably not.
Well, Razik's gonna ask you if you're sick or if you're feeling unwell.
Of course he is.
No, I'm not feeling unwell. I sense something. It's familiar, but I'm not sure if I should follow it. I want to ask the locals about the hollow. Like, what is it?
The hollow was there when everybody, like before everyone discovered the coagula, the special fuel that is found on the planet Inzod, where you guys are. And it's very dangerous. Local wildlife like to occupy caves, much like the hollow. Specifically, a nocturnal creature that they call snatchers. But also
Couldn't be huggers, no. Has to be snatchers.
the hollow. A lot of urban legends came up about it because people that went into the hollow, oftentimes,
it's called the Hollow.
They did not come out, or they got through the threshold and were scared away by something.
This hollow was made for me. That was a good reference. Vegas would have got it. Also, can I retroactively have been doing something the last few days?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I did want to keep an eye on the, or rather an ear to the proverbial intergalactic police scanner to make sure that nobody is coming for us while we sit tight, because I don't really want the Narabi family to be targeted for our crimes.
Go ahead and give me an influence check to kind of work your contacts and speak to people at Shadowburn Fort and all that.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to remind everyone that I am a Celise, which means I gain an influence. A +1 in influence step bonus if I am speaking with non-Celise. We also leveled that last session, so I've got a +2 step, and an 8 is a success. So let's do that.
That's a 17.
That's a 17, which is it's just one short of an excellent, so that's stellar.
No, you got that backwards.
Oh, that's right.
Stellar is the biggest.
Big one.
All right, so with an excellent success, you learn that the White Helm group, as it were, kind of evaporated after they left, and there doesn't seem to be any word of people looking for you or bounty hunters hot on your trail. Everything seems to, at present, at least from what you can get from Shadowburn and the people coming to and from, you guys are under the radar as of right now.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to be doing during those days.
You do learn, however, that Irene has not gone unnoticed. Not because of her TID patent pending, but because she's probably the only Exolvi in the whole of the Wild Cluster. So she sticks out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, as long as she's laying low doing repairs and stuff, we can probably keep staying here without any complications. So cool. It is post-breakfast, and Alicia's been acting weird.
But she's not sick, I verified. Although I could always take her temperature just to be safe.
Razik, have you ever considered the existence of like an emotional or almost like a mental interior sickness?
Oh no, of course, psychological illnesses also exist. I have a degree in this, but I do not... it's not my focus. It's not my medicinal focus. If needs be, I can be an ear that will listen to you, but I'm not a professional in that regard.
I apologize, Razik. I was making funnies.
It seems we temporarily lost PR, so we'll just press on. All the cameras in the wrong place. That's okay.
He did say that his computer was having a hard time.
Okay, I did not catch that.
It was in the call, so you wouldn't have seen it.
Oh yeah, okay. That happened right around the same time that Discord was having problems.
Discord, yeah.
And now that he's dropped, it's cleaned up on my end.
It cleaned up a little while ago for me.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just looking at it because he dropped.
Okay.
Okay, so shortly after breakfast, since Razik has now pointed out the fact to me that I'm acting weird, because my character hasn't thought it was weird, I want to pull Hypoest and Razik aside because Irene is busy and be like,
Yeah.
okay.
She doesn't eat when she gets like this.
A few days ago, I woke up because I heard my brother saying my name. No, out of character. I would have told you I had a brother.
Yeah. Looks pointedly at Razik.
My brother and I were recruited to the Starkeepers because we have a very powerful psychic connection to one another. I feel a psychic pull coming from the east. I checked it out, and it's coming from the hollow. And I want to go see if my brother is there.
What are
But
the
I
odds?
also know that the hollow is not exactly safe.
What are the odds that your brother would be on the same planet as us right now?
Unusually high, which is why I'm like, oh, low? Unusually low, sorry.
Yeah, look.
Which is why I'm tempted to check this out, but at the same time, it's the hollow.
It does seem risky. Obviously, you are the expert on the psychic abilities that some of you possess. I have a hard time grasping them. So I am going to trust your expertise. However, Razik, hand up.
Here we go again.
I do not have much issues following our lovely crew into adventures. However, if we could avoid going into risk, I don't suppose it would be possible to convince your brother to come out of the hollow and meet us, as opposed to us going into the hollow.
Okay. So my where I was heading is gonna touch on that subject.
Oh, sorry.
It would be incredibly unlikely that your brother was on this island. We can all agree. Are we certain that it is not a kind of ruse?
That's why I've been hesitant to say something. I don't know if it's a trap or not.
Admiral Akbar, what do you think?
What?
It's a
Admiral Akbar, what do you think? Star Wars reference. Sorry, continue.
We decided not to play a Star Wars campaign.
Wow, why'd you even bring that up?
He's the one who brought it up. Okay. It does feel a little bit that we would be kind of missing the call here if we didn't check it out. Right, Razik?
Yeah, but no risk. No risk is better.
Okay.
Okay, well, now that Razik has mentioned trying to call it out, have I been able to, establish a stronger connection?
Why don't you roll telepathy for me?
Razik, you're out here establishing field hospitals for the disenfranchised.
That's a no.
That's already pretty risky.
You're not able to learn any more than you know.
I understand that, Hypoest, but I usually am not the one getting shot at when I'm making these field hospitals. And going into the hollow, I'm not going to make a field hospital down there. Like, nobody's going to join me there. But no, again, I say, if we decide to go investigate, I will follow. I'm not saying, like, I'm going to stay here and say no and be a refractor. No, I'm going to follow the crew. You guys are my crew, and I have my duty to keep you alive and well as my main priority. So,
Well, I appreciate your loyalty.
Okay, well, I did attempt to make a psychic connection to this pole, but I cannot seem to.
Mm-hmm. That does put us in a little bit of a bind. We'd be flying in blind, with only a vague notion that, well, what even is there that makes it so dangerous?
Well, I've been asking around, and mostly people who go in don't come back out. Or they get into the entrance and they run off in terror.
Okay, so we don't know what's so dangerous about it.
What makes it so dangerous is the fact that it's a mystery.
Well, that's my least favorite kind of danger. Actually, I'm just kidding. It's my favorite. It's exciting. But it does pose an interesting question for us if we win. And I want to go, Alicia. I do want to seek this out for you because I know your personal goals are tied to this. We might need some help. Razik is not. Razik is morally opposed to violence because he does not understand the cause. But we
you insult me.
Fucking communist.
You let me do this.
I know. Wait, I could have said no.
That's the best part.
Hope it didn't derail you, sorry.
Well, I would
No.
not be opposed to having some assistance.
Okay, so let's get a look around, take a look, see, talk to some folks, see if maybe there's a way to acquire some extra hands on this. I mean, Linder have quite a few limbs. I'm sure they can spare a couple.
I would not phrase it that way to them.
Fun is funny. All right. I do want to try and find at least a little bit of information on the Hollow.
Oh, I
So-
agree. I don't want to go in blind.
So if we could have some people on that, then I can always go looking around to see if we could get some backup to, oh gosh, what should we tell them is going on? We can't just say, well, there's a secret order. But maybe just say we're interested in exploring the local wildlife.
I mean, we could just use the excuse of we want to know what's in there and why it's so dangerous because it's us.
We do want to help people not die. That is a pretty big part of our MO.
That's our thing.
It is. Okay, then I'll go looking. I'll go talking to people. It is my strength.
You want to talk to the Narabis first?
Yeah, I'll start there.
Okay. So you find Zimd, who is currently unoccupied. She looks like she's traveling from one part of the rig to another, and you get her attention. She will.
Yeah, fall in step.
She turns to you. She's like, "Oh, hey, Outpost. What do you need?"
Well, our you remember our companion Elise. She's taken. Well, okay, she's a bit of a wandering spirit, and she does not like to sit still for very long, and being pent up on the rig has made her prone to wander, and she's really curious about the Hollow and wants to check it out. But I don't want it just to be like a couple of us and Razik, and Razik is so handy and helpful, but not necessarily in a firefight or kind of like a deadly gun your way out of their situation. So we were going to ask around and see if anyone would be interested in exploring the hollow with us and maybe bringing back some spoils.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we let you borrow one of the scanners we used to find the coagula. You know,
Oh,
it's pretty penetrating and get through solid rock. And might help you.
that might be helpful. Yes, obviously, everyone here has their work that they need to do. So I understand if you can't spare bodies, but that would be very helpful.
Sure, I'll go get it from the storehouse. And do you guys want to take the ATV or do you want Artaloo?
I think it might be nice to do the Artaloo.
Okay. I'll get 3 of them. When do you guys want to go?
I don't think we've decided, but it kind of depends on whether or not I can get some extra hands involved. But probably in about 5 hours. What time is it? It's just after breakfast. Never mind. You told us already. Yeah, in about 5 hours.
Okay. Well, I'll get the scanner right away so I can get back to what I was doing.
Yeah, thank you so much for being so helpful. I realize you're a pretty busy person.
Yeah, so she disappears into one of the domes and she comes back maybe 5 minutes later and she says, "My dad said this is, on loan, so don't break it."
Aye, aye.
And she hands you this rather large scanner. It's like the size of a cereal box. And the bottom third is a touchpad, and the upper part is the screen.
Okay. Like a single bag cereal box, or
Yeah,
like the double bag value pack?
It's like a single bag.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to check on the ATV. No one else is doing anything.
What about the rest of you?
I was gonna say we could go into town to ask around, but it seems like a bit of a journey just to find out some information.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and make another psychic connection to the thing.
All right, go ahead and make another telepathy check. I'm gonna say this is over the course of like an hour's meditation.
Yes.
And if you want to go into town,
That is an excellent.
Excellent. Okay. So what are you reaching out with your mind to do exactly?
I'm trying to verify if it's my brother or not.
Okay. When you reach out to the hollow, it's like your mind is staring into a fog. If there's anything in the hollow, if there's anyone in the hollow, you wouldn't be able to find them in this thicket. However, with the excellent success, you do sense a familiarity, but you're not sure if that's like because you specifically are specialized in psychic history, so you're not sure if that's like an echo or of an active presence. You're not able to figure out which of those two, but there's definitely a familiarity within the fog.
So it's definitely something psychic related.
Definitely. There's something powerful psionically about this place. It reminds you of your old training grounds at Polixen, where it was just kind of like charged with sonic energy.
Well, now I definitely have to go. Well, I guess I'll pull Hypois aside and say, Hypois, whatever this is, if it's a person or not, I don't know, but it's very psychically charged, and I have to know what it is.
I was muted. Yeah, we'll do it for you.
I greatly appreciate that. I don't expect you to put your lives up.
Also, check out this great scanner. It is on loan. so we cannot break it. Also, if I ask Irene to repair one more thing, she is going to eat my head off. But it will be very useful in the hollow. I've been promised that.
Excellent.
We
I
won't be
hope
going in
you
as
know how to
blind.
use it.
Yeah. I'll figure it. I'll twiddle with it a little bit. It's fine. Also, I said we're writing article there.
Oh, fun.
What's Razika doing?
Well, she seemed to have wanted to go into town, but that seems to have fallen out of the options. Razik already has an infirmary on the rig. The only thing he could improve or try to improve is the makeshift infirmary inside the ship, but going to town would take a while.
Is Razik would Razik be willing to try and find more information on the wildlife involved with the hollow because he's smarter than I am?
I guess so. The ship has been repaired by now, right?
No. You guys did a number on it.
Repaired-ish.
Well, you keep in mind that Port Shadowburn isn't a dry dock, so like, it's not designed.
We have access to the internet from the ship.
There is not really an internet. Transmissions
I
don't.
can connect to the Shadowburn database from the
Yes,
ship
you can do
without
that.
having to
Actually, you
go
can
to
probably.
town.
Yeah, you can probably do that. No, I mean the ship is in town. Your ship is in town. It's being repaired at Shadowburn. They don't have the facilities here to repair it, and it's sandy.
Okay.
I mean, if
Then
you
is there a
need
computer
more
at Nairobi
time,
rig that
you can
doesn't involve
Yes.
me going to
They
Port
have
Shadowrun?
a computer
Over.
with the
With the fixins?
the Inzod encyclopedia.
You have to
Very well.
pay a dime per hour, though, so
Oh no.
use it wisely.
You don't really have to make a roll if you just want to look up information that's pretty readily available.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at articles. I'm gonna look at like stuff regarding the hall and incidents.
Okay.
I need to make a site roll.
A lot of it is just, so and so and his brother went to the Hollow, still missing. Bunch of that stuff. The people that went in and then immediately ran out. Some stories say that the location, the ruin, it's not really a cave. It's definitely, like, the descriptions say that it's all inside the mountain. It's carved by some civilized hand. They say it's filled with snatchers, and other people say that they saw a figure in the shadow, and they weren't going to stick around to find out what it was.
Learn more about snatchers.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna look the term snatchers and look in the database what comes up with snatchers, if people have described them, if somebody has ever tried to draw them or something like that.
Actually, there's lots of photography of them, and they're well documented. They appear to be they're a meter long with a wingspan of over twice that.
They got wings.
Yeah, on their feet they have long talons that aid in climbing rocks in the caves they prefer to inhabit. They have a pair of compound eyes and two long multi-jointed graspers, akin to spider. Does anyone know that word? Chelicera? The things on the spiders. They look like that.
Okay.
It's a hard word. These graspers are long enough to scoop up small game, and are articulate enough to scoop the prey up and then immediately push them into the snatcher's mouth. And at the end of these graspers, and along the sides of their length, are fangs that inject a fast-acting paralytic venom, which helps them devour their prey with minimal fight. Snatchers are rarely an issue for drillers, because they aren't looking for man-sized prey, and settlers, as humanoid children are far too large for them to be preferred prey. However, snatchers are fiercely territorial of the cave in which they rest, leaving most denizens of the Ari Gendola, which is the desert of Inzod, to avoid caves entirely. Snatchers kill larger threats by swarming them with bites until the intruder's heart stops from the abundance. They basically OD on the paralytic venom.
So Rezik notes down on his little technological pad, nightmare fuels. And yeah, he transfers the information on his tablet so that he can bring it to the rest of the crew so that we're aware of what we're going to be fighting in that cave. I'm also going to bring a copy of the article that says there's a shadowy figure which doesn't match the Snatcher, so there might be more, but that's all we could find. That's it. I don't think, by looking at the hollow, like looking the word the hollow, I don't find a map or anything. I don't think so.
No one's mapped it out. All you know is that it's a man, using the term man loosely, because it is a man-made. Yes, it is a crafted interior. There we go, PR. Compartmentalize.
You did it!
Question is, can we hear you?
Well, I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Awesome.
Okay. I can't see you, but I can see me, so.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, well, I think I got everything I need, so I'm going to bring back my research and my findings to the crew. Mostly IPOS, but of course, like, I'm not going to shy it from Elise if she's around.
It's okay. It's not like I'm in charge. We're all in charge together.
But you're the one that shoots better.
I'm the leader.
If I read the Snatcher article, does it say in there what they're afraid of?
They're instinctive animals.
Light.
They have plenty of fears, but nothing like trolls and fire, if that's what you're looking for.
They're afraid of disappointing their parents.
They're nocturnal, so they don't want to be in the sun.
That's something. I was hoping it was fire because we could just walk into torches and scare them away.
I don't need a torch. I have a hover light.
Well, I mean, I've got a side blade that works as well as a light and a weapon.
I spent valuable resources on having my own floating flashlight, and I'm going to use it.
That's just having night vision.
I have binoculars.
Okay, now that we've gone down the list of inventory, cool, it's just us and some Artaloo.
Yeah, do you guys want to head over to the hollow?
Didn't we talk about trying to find some either guide or people to accompany us?
Well, I didn't go into town. And the only people, whenever I asked the Narabi, they gave me this handy scanner. But they can't spare any hands right now. They do have a whole rig to run, and it's almost the end of their coabula season.
Yeah. My worry is that if we go to town, do we have the money to pay, like, let's call it a mercenary? It's not a mercenary, but do we have the money to pay someone for their services? Yeah, I figured.
No.
So
we don't.
Go ahead.
We don't do commerce.
Vehemently opposed.
We should probably look into getting some expendable cash for reasons like this. Before we go, let's see if we can figure out how to work the scanner.
Oh yeah, can I check out the scanner?
Sure. It's really complicated. Give me a computer's check.
I have a feeling
With a +1 step.
Making a goof at me for saying it's complicated.
No, it is complicated. It's a piece of scientific equipment.
Pulling my beautiful pastel leg. +1 step.
I like the descriptors.
Thanks. I'm just...
Oof.
That's a no for me, Chief. I didn't even have that high of a...
So you turn it on, and a bunch of graphs and pictographs appear on your screen, and then a flurry of numbers, and you're like, whoa.
I'm sorry, my brain turns off when I see graphs.
Razik kind of peeks. He has no idea how computers work. He kind of peeks, and it says, what does it say?
You know what? You could also roll science, but no +1 step.
Ooh, I'm good in science.
I expect it's like getting passed around our little circle right now. We're all trying to figure it out.
Can I roll science too to see if I
Yes,
make
you
any
can.
sense of these graphs?
Yeah, I don't have science. You gotta roll science.
Okay, science +1 step. I'm assuming it would be geology.
You can if you have a geology specialty, you can use it.
No, I don't. But I have biology or chemistry. I don't think any of them apply here.
Oh,
And you said +1. Do I still get a +1 step for the scanner as well, or no?
yeah, it's supposed
So
to
it would
be, it's not supposed to be used by a doctor, like a PhD. It's supposed to be used by a technician. So yeah, it's supposed to be user friendly. So +1 step. 22.
Well, that's stellar.
Okay. You know exactly how this thing works. You got it up and running. It appears to be able to scan within quite a long distance, but the smaller your scan radius, the more information you get. But it has a maximum range of 10 kilometers, and that's radius. So just from where you're standing.
Yeah.
And at that range, it picks up surface geometry and anything on the surface that is like mineral. It can detect. It won't be able to detect animals or anything moving. If you pull in the scan range, you can detect it under, like, through rock up to a certain point. What's going on, guys?
What?
I was clicking things and I did that. I don't know how I did it.
I just looked over and I'm just like thinking all this stuff.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, that was on me. I was trying to see how far away the hollow was, and my computer decided it wanted all the things selected.
That's how far.
22 kilometers approximately.
About. Yeah.
So Elenia, you think you can delete that?
How?
Oh no.
Can you select it? Can you go the oh,
I got it.
there you go, it's gone.
Hey, don't don't experiment on stream.
I was trying to do the ruler, but apparently I selected measurement controls.
Oh, hey Vegas. No, yeah, this is not a vegetable scanner. Yeah. It can also detect electrical sources, like currents of electricity, and power sources.
Oh.
That one has a much closer range, maybe a kilometer in radius. And it's got plenty of battery life, so you can just leave it on your whole trip, and it's sturdy enough.
Well, given that I'm not...
Does it also have a front-facing camera?
No.
It's got features.
No. It can tell time, though.
Oh.
More selfies.
So, just after lunch, you guys want to head for the Hollow?
Yep.
You make it... Are you guys going to go around the crag?
I feel like we've talked about the crag before. It's something the Artaloo can
It's an Artaloo hunting ground, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like probably going around it just so that we don't run into other Artaloo.
Okay. Well, as you're running along the outskirts of the crag, Razik, your scanner chimes an alert, and you wrestle it out of your pack and you hold it in front of you while you're bouncing around on your lizard. And it seems that a new power source is coming from the crag. Not that deep within.
I pointed out to to everyone else essentially.
Jakin, what is the significance of like a power? Like, would we know if that was significant at all?
Well, nothing in nature can create this kind of power source.
And from what you described, the crag, people don't often visit it because it's just like a labyrinth of shit.
Yeah, it's a labyrinth of micromesas It's where the Ardaloo, which are rideable lizards, for those just tuning in, they hunt small game, and probably snatchers do too. But obviously, it's the middle of the day, so there's no snatchers around.
So like there being a power source there just tells us like that there's someone there,
yep.
right?
And it's really unusual because just like you, not many people go to the crag, if anyone.
Well, since it's on our way,
I mean, I say we check it out. If it's a ship, we might get an idea who's here, or maybe that person's in the hollow.
Maybe that is the person who's communicating with you.
You can tell
Exactly.
that it's a very small power source, so it's not large enough to be like a ship.
no, but it could be someone in danger, someone who went into the crag to explore and they're stuck. I'm gonna, while we're at it, like moving toward the crag, I'm gonna keep the scanner up and look if the power source moves at all.
No, but it appears to be fluctuating.
Okay, well, it's fluctuating and it's not moving. Could be someone in trouble, like an ATV, for example. I'm assuming the power source could count for an ATV, since I have no technical knowledge. It could be the power source of an ATV or something like that.
It's a very strong power source, so it's small in scale but strong. This would be something that would power like powered armor or a large weapon, but like your ATV doesn't even need that much power. You need a lot more energy to do an energy weapon than to drive a car.
Well, then it's even more curious. Something powerful's in there, and it's fluctuating.
Yeah.
If anything, we should check it out for Irene's sake. She would be mad that we didn't.
Okay, we'll divert the plan. Strike team. Oh gosh, we need a code name. I'll think of one. Let's turn. I turn my Ardaloo.
Okay. So you guys head into the crag.
Mm-hmm.
You guys climb up aboard. Your Ardaloo climb up on this rather large mesa. It's not tall, but it's very wide. And you guys start heading straight for the power signal. And let me go ahead and reload the scene.
Oh, that's sweet that it actually shows you the name of the next scene. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool features on this. I was bragging about it to a friend of mine earlier today.
Also, the little dots with everyone's name, is that just like where your cursor is?
It's our cursor,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's where your cursor is.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's really goofy.
All right, guys. So that's where you are, and that white circle, which I hope you can see, is
Yes.
where the power source. Like that's like right where the power source is coming from. Yeah, but on these maps that have really big tiles, they just look like bugs flying across the screen.
I'm guessing did the Ardaloo have very much jumping capacity?
Yeah, I mean they hunt right here, so yeah.
I didn't know if they were
No,
the kind of
they're
thing
jumpers, they're
scramble.
climbers. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could leap to here.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking like here then there.
Well, I didn't mean directly to there, but I meant to end there.
Yeah. I mean,
How do
even
you do
just
that?
Click and hold.
hold. Even just here would give us a line of sight, I think. But it would be pretty obvious. Or we could. Oh, that's pretty. No, that's out of the way too.
I mean, are we trying to be stealthy?
I don't know. I like to err on the side of caution.
That's a fair
No,
assessment.
You're right. Let's just walk up and talk to them. I'm sure they're friendly.
No, I prefer the previous assessment.
This has been a friendly. This has been a friendly planet across the board. We've made excellent friends with the Narabi. We've had a great time at Shadow.
We got shot at.
Okay, that was like one group, and they're not even from here. The White Helm aren't even from here. Everyone who's from here has been delightful.
We also made sure they're gone, so I think we'll be all right.
We're also going into a cave full of nightmare fuel, but you know, everything's been super friendly on this planet.
So far, yes. Okay, then also I've decided we're called Team Solid.
Okay.
Someone
Caddy
else.
or Hypoist, can you give me an empathy check?
Yes. Oh, I do get a +1 stat. Woo, buddy! That is a success.
Okay. A mammalian creature just came out of a hole, and you notice your Ardaloo kind of like following it and tensing its muscles.
Oh, it's hungry. If we dismount here, though, we're gonna have a problem. If we just let the Ardaloo go hunting, we won't get it back, right?
You may not get it back, yeah.
Like it's not.
Or when
not
it's done,
like,
it'll go back to the Narabi rig. Yeah.
it's not the your horse in Breath of the Wild that comes running over every mountain to get to you with your whistle.
Yeah. Or Roach when you change continents, you just whistle and there he is.
Yeah, there's Roach.
On top of a building, upside down.
Yeah.
Well, duh, you need to play the certain song on a get up there. Jeez.
Get good. Oh goodness, but I feel bad keeping him from a meal if he's hungry. No, I'm gonna want to try and jump us over. I can let him go eat after we check out what's going on over here. Like, I want to continue to try and drive my Ardaloo to jump onto that platform we were pinging.
Go ahead and give me a drive +1 step. Driving +1 step.
Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, if everyone's gonna make that jump, then you need to give me that roll.
I will too.
That's a
Oops, I
6.
forgot my +1 step.
I'm gonna fall into the crack.
Caddy got
Well,
maximum.
Even if I roll a 1 with my +1 step, I make it.
Okay.
I need only a 1,
Excellent.
so.
So Elise and Hypoist, you two make it cross. Razik, as soon as your beast lifts off the ground, you kind of stay. Gravity is a stronger influence on you than your creatures, Lurch, and so you're going to, you're gonna lose your footing and tumble below. And
I meant to do that.
it's not super deep. I mean, he could glide if he were prepared for it. You know what, Razik, give me a -1 step acrobatics check to see if you splay out into a glide. I don't think you're tall enough to do it, but I'll just let you. If you nail this, I'll let you coast down because you are Azrician, and they have Patagium.
You said -1 step?
Yeah, because there's
So I have a +1 step, so that
just a flat
cancels
20.
out.
Yep.
Hold on, I just want to read my stuff. Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, I get the +1 there. Flat 20.
Oof.
Nope.
Okay. So you're gonna hit the ground rolling. Give me an endurance check.
Oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, almost, but no.
All right. You are going to gain a level of debility. So it's kind of
This went so poorly.
So debility is kind of like fatigue in Dungeons & Dragons. And how much debility you can power through It depends on how much vitality you have. So, while your debility is less than half your vitality, which yours is, you are weakened. Weakened is a status effect, and it means you get a -1 step penalty on all skill checks.
Okay.
So you kind of tumble and roll across the sand, having dropped about 15 feet, and you're covered in scrapes and bruises, and you're not feeling great.
There's no spot on the sheet to record that, so I guess we'll do it by memory.
Good point. I will have to add a debility section to the sheet later on. I mean, you can just pick a square that's not being used, and you can write debility 1 for now.
Okay. I'm going to put it next to psionic fatigue. I'm going to call it physic fatigue.
Normal fatigue.
Here, it's recorded.
Cool.
Well, you guys hear a bunch of ow, god, ow, damn it! And then like a small seconds of silence, like, I'm kind of okay. Also, I fell.
Did we perchance pack any rope?
Why would we need rope?
Well, our Rishon's at the bottom of a cliff.
It's not a cliff. He'd be dead if it was a cliff.
It's
The
a small
Ardalu,
cliff.
realizing that Razik is no longer on it, kind of looks back on its back and turns around and scampers down the side of the mesa and comes up to Razik.
Oh, good reptilian boy.
I'm going to try to climb on it. It's going to see one of those small mammals just bolt. I'm going to try to climb back on it.
Okay, yeah, you do. And it makes
But not I'm...
It makes like a crackling hissing sound. It's not like an angry sound, but it's just kind of like, why'd you fall?
Yeah, you're laughing at me.
It's laughing at him, yeah.
Well, I'm not climbing back up for now. Since I'm down here, I'm going to like kind of skirt around.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get a look at where this power source is supposed to be.
You guys can move yourselves.
Razik can use his binoculars.
Yeah, so as Razik rounds the bend and as you guys come up to the edge, you guys can see that there appears to be something metallic buried, half of it in the sand and the other half appears kind of covered in rubble from the mesa. It almost looks like the entirety of this thing was encapsulated by debris, but something caused it to shift. Maybe it was the animals, maybe it was an Ardalu hunting here, and has cleared a lot of it away in a kind of an obvious pattern. And it leaving behind this kind of metallic looking... It's not like a lump. It doesn't look like it's junk. It looks like it has a shape to it, but it's hard to make out, because it's covered in rocks and sand.
I'll feel bad if I make Razik go down there.
I mean, he's already there, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if he goes up to the thing and then it explodes, I'm gonna feel real bad about it, kind of emotionally.
Do you want me to go down there?
I mean, I can go down there. I was just at first I was like, well, Razik's already down there, and then I was like, Razik's already having a hard time.
And from down there, you hear like, I ain't going.
Do you sense anything from it, Elise?
Yeah, I guess I reach out psychically, see if I can sense anything from it. What is that? Just an ESP?
Well, it's obviously an object, not a person. I don't know if ESB.
I mean, I can move it. At least I could try.
You can do remote viewing, but it's literally what?
It's literally right there.
It's literally
No,
right
I'm
there.
not going to remote view.
Yeah,
I was
it's like
just trying
12
to
meters
see.
away, so I don't know if remote viewing is really necessary.
You could lift it up though.
I could try to lift
while
it up.
Razik gets a look at it. That just seems like a good way for no one to get injured.
You're gonna try a lift check with psychokinesis?
Yeah.
Alright, because of its weight, you're gonna get a -1 step penalty.
It's over 100 kilos? Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a D4.
I have a +1 step, so it just zeroes out.
There we go.
Yeah, that does it.
12? Alright, Lisi kind of like focuses and maybe her hand kind of slightly raises off of from her reins, and the object doesn't like vibrate or shake, just kind of gently starts rising up, sand billowing out of it, rocks lazily falling off of it. And as she rises this object, you can move it 5 meters, so I assume you just want to like lift it up out of the debris and then back down, maybe 2 meters away.
Yeah.
Rizzy, look at it with your special eyes.
Well, everyone can kind of see its shape, which, to be honest, is probably kind of it has the shape of a humanoid.
Like a biped with a singular head and 4 limbs.
4 limbs, yeah, biped. In fact, if Razik approaches it, although I don't know if he's still.
Well, now that I see it's humanoid looking, like I'd take a few steps forward.
Well, in that case, you can probably get a better look at it, and then I'm gonna let Fisto here finish the description.
Take it away.
So, what you see is a humanoid figure made out of metal that looks like someone put it together like a jigsaw puzzle. There is at least a dozen different colorations of metal that are apparent on its body, as if added through different stages. Some of the metal is, more rust colored. Others is somewhat shiny but scruff looking. It has no features to denote it between male or female. It is kind of like just a Ken doll, although with far less anatomy on it.
Definition.
Its eyes, for some odd reason, are shaped, or at least crafted to look like it's always wearing 1980s aviator sunglasses. And other than that, it has the ruinous remnants of whatever gear it may have once had on it, which are now just crumbling to dust as if it's been there for a very long time. But yeah, it looks like a patchwork or a puzzle that has been put together.
And is there any indicators to show that it is activating as we speak, coming online?
If it's coming online right now, the sunglasses would have like a small pinpoint of light that are slowly getting brighter and brighter until it goes completely white, and in green, like neon green scrolling begins to go across the glasses that says initiating.
Scrolling text, amazing.
Razik turns to IPOS and Alicia and says, "It's either turning on or exploding." Irene could probably give us a better estimate if she was around.
Okay, so are robots or androids common in this universe?
Robots are pretty common. There are androids, which are just robots that have humanoid shape. But another type is called a sim droid, which is an android that is specifically designed to mimic humanoid behavior. They have jobs. They're often autonomous, completely autonomous. They're built to fill a gap in a society and then kind of set loose to do that job. Some of them even have like jobs where they get paid and
live lives.
So yes, robots common.
And as the scrolling finishes, it kind of shudders, like very Tin Man, needing oil, and looks towards Razik and says, "Hello, sir or madam. Did you know that 1 out of 7 meat bags die each solar cycle to improperly maintained oxygen scrubbers? With such a high probability of dying to asphyxiation when performing routine tasks, it would be impractical to not protect yourself or other flesh sacks that you hold as part of your family unit with insurance. Well, I am here to inform you that for a limited time, a mere 5 lunar cycles, that Barker Industries is offering their carbon package life insurance for 30% of its normal cost. That is right.
Can we read it again?
He talks as much as I do.
For 300 credits a month, you too can protect your family unit from the debt that occurs from your meat bag no longer being alive. Feel secure knowing that in the case your life is ended as you gasp for air, feeling the cells in your body dying, that your family unit will be financially secure. Barker Industries Insurance, ensuring your family unit does not suffer more during a dark time.
No.
Can I put it in Irene's room? I'm keeping it and I'm putting it in Irene's room on repeat.
Would you like to know more?
No.
I enjoy this performance, but goodness gracious, is that poor thing literally programmed in to the belief that the capital is the only way for families to survive? Doesn't he know the other way? Which the answer is no. He's literally
While
programmed.
Hypo
They're
is
literally
ranting to himself, I'm trying to put an idea on the industries. He said, was it Barker? It's like, are they still around?
Roll culture.
Oh, buddy.
Meanwhile, Razik, I post if you want to teach it, communism, come down.
You've never heard of Barker
Not even-
Insurance. But you do know, all of you know, that no one that you know uses credits as a form of currency.
That's not a thing. I am gonna
Are you
rack
s-
my brain on.
I do need to
What?
know real quick. Alicia, are you still lifting our friend here? Or have you set it down on its feet?
Oh, I set him down.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, I thought he was still lifted. He's going to walk towards Rizik and say, "Are you sure you do not wish to insure your meat bag?"
Yes, I am sure I do not want to insure. I have a question for you. What date is it?
Turns towards Hypoest. And you, sir or madam, would you like to insure?
No, thank you. I don't believe in industrialization in the form that you have taken it.
Good one.
What year is it? See, our scanner can tell time.
It is, and then there's a garbled noise, like dial up from the 90s.
Oh no.
Razik, at this proximity, you can do a detailed scan.
Sure.
Okay, so the metals making up his composition are from carbon dated from wildly different sources, as if this thing has been put back together a couple times. But the oldest part, your carbon dating doesn't go back that far.
Razik's gonna like read, check the scanner, read, turn to iPOS and go like, so he's old, but I mean old.
Or just one of the parts in him is old. He does seem to be thrown together.
Yeah.
And then seeing like him shake the control, he just says, "It would be a shame if that was your oxygen scrubber malfunctioning. Are you sure you do not wish to reconsider life insurance?"
I can't believe we have our own reflop. It's a robot assembled from leftover parts. No, I'm sure we don't need insurance. And besides that, we don't have credits.
That is a shame.
This always stops a salesperson when I don't tell them I don't have money.
You know what else works? Tell him you're a renter.
Yeah, for real.
If they're trying to sell you something like a newspaper, just tell them you're moving to Ireland next week.
Sure, it works.
Well, what were you doing out here?
As part of my duties, I was requisitioned to sell insurance to any inhabitants on this world.
How did you end up stuck where you were?
I was on a ship. And once again, there's this like 90s like
Garbled noise.
modem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says, and then more of that sound. And then he stops and you see scrolling across his glasses, file not found.
Well, that explains everything.
I still want to keep him.
Well, I mean,
What skills are you programmed with? What should we call you? Barker Industries robotic companion salesman?
I am Unit 25095N-3L95P. But the meatbags call me Slag.
slag?
It sounds like kind of derogatory. Doesn't that kind of sound derogatory? All right. Slag? We do not have credits and are therefore unable to be making the purchases of insurance.
That is a shame.
Okay, I guess we can turn the Artaloo around. That was a neat find. So the hollow should be another.
I like to poke Razik.
Oh god, he's poking me what?
Query, what are you?
I am an Ezretian. I'm a evolved sentient life that evolved from avians.
Entering data. And then there's like a little bit of a beam of light, like he's scanning you up and down. Data entered.
I hope he doesn't give me cancer.
And then I'm going to start heading towards the others.
They're like 15 feet up this mesa. So unless you want to start climbing, that's as close as you're going to get.
I would like to start climbing.
Okay. And I shouldn't say feet. I should do meters. So that's 5 meters. All right.
And while he does that, I'm going to turn to IPOS and say, I understand my oath does not apply to robots, but I kind of would feel bad to leave him here. We should at least drop him at Shadowburn or something.
Give me an athletics check.
In Irene's room.
That is a failure.
Okay. So this rust bucket is kind of struggling to climb up the rocks. He's just going incredibly slowly.
I like to imagine he's just like digging, like he's trying to pull himself up, but he's just like digging into the rocks.
I want to lift him up here.
Okay. Same rolls before. You need a -1. Oh no, you canceled out, right? So 11.
It's a success, but it's not good enough to get him up here, probably.
No, I was giving you all in feet because I'm American, but I think it was with an average success you can lift an object or a
5 meters.
5 meters, which would get him up to the top of the mesa. So, whoop.
Oh, what?
No, sorry.
Okay.
I guess it applied both our moves. That was my bad.
Yeah.
I'll move it. Oop, there you go.
I will then turn to.
Moved it.
Did you see my message, Caddy, in Foundry?
No, I had to feed the cat.
So yeah, Slag, you're just lifted off the ground and then gently placed on the top of the mesa.
That ability is not in my records. Scanning. 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 Error. File not found. What are you? And once again at Hypewest.
My name is Hypewest. Last name doesn't matter. I'm a Celise. This guy's kind of rude.
I will extend a hand and say, pleasure to meet you, Hypewest. Last name doesn't matter.
Love it.
And then start working my way towards Elise.
That is
If I'm saying
correct.
that right?
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
right.
And same spiel.
I am Elise.
Good one. And then he'll just go back to looking around.
Oh man.
Do you think Irene could reprogram him?
I mean, is that ethical?
That's beyond my expertise.
And then we'll turn back and say, it seems I cannot connect to Barker Industries network. Do you happen to know where the nearest Barker Industries building is?
I fear there is no Barker Industries.
I want to tell him the current year, but I'm worried he might implode.
Well, at least he's up
Yeah,
there,
real
not down here.
Y2K experience.
From down there, Razik is gonna tell the Elder robot, a lot has changed since you last were active. Barker Industries might not have any reaches over to this planet anymore.
That is a question I was wondering, Jakin. Would we have any idea of like how long the planet has been inhabited? Because you said whenever we came here, right, that like there were pretty much rigs for coabula and ports, but there wasn't like an overarching society that it wasn't really sustainable for that purpose.
Right. Well, before the regression, there was a colony here, which is probably presumably the people that carved out the hollow. But anything they left behind has been retrofitted by the miners or the colonists of modern age.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be brought here during the initial coabula rush, or he could have been here for a while.
From the regression.
Anywhere in between, really.
Okay. Eerie.
And since Inzod has a breathable atmosphere, ships sometimes made emergency landings here, or pirates would sometimes hid here.
Yeah, he said that he was left here specifically to like
Sell
do
insurance.
his sales stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I figure it's from a time when people were here on purpose.
Well, from what you know of Inzod, the coabula rush has been going on for at least a decade. So
Okay.
Are you in need of a insurance salesman?
No. But we
Disheartening.
could use an extra companion while we go explore something.
I am good at exploring.
Here's a thought, Hypoest. I don't think he could be scared.
Razik adds, and those things that we might face, they don't attack well, as far as I know, they don't attack non-organic.
Yeah, he also you know what? Yeah. I'm not gonna leave him abandoned out here. That just wouldn't jive with me. So would you be willing to travel with us, Slag? We can introduce you to some people who might be interested in insurance.
I find this proposition promising.
There we go. Promising proposition, everyone.
He's gonna have to ride double with one of us.
I vote Elise.
Okay, fine.
Slag, one question. If someone were to try and damage you, what methods of defense do you have?
I am trained in several forms of combat.
That's enough for me. With the thumbs. Oh.
And with that, he'll try to reach back to his gear and this like pull out this like broken, like destroyed like metal and whatnot. It seems I am in need of items to defend myself with.
What do you usually use?
I am trained in the use of melee weapons, or firearm, or energy weapons.
Well, I have a vibroblade I could spare for now.
Razik, did you bring that slug thrower? You had a firearm.
I had the tungsten
Did you leave
slug
it behind?
rifle.
Yeah.
Well, if I give him my long-range weapon, I need to go into melee range with things that can eat me. If I give him
my
my
plan was
knife,
for
he
you
can
to
go-
not fight anyone at all, actually.
If we have to get into melee range, let me deal with it.
My
I would
plan was
also prefer
Okay.
melee.
Oh, well, there we go.
Well, I don't think I can try to throw the vibro knife up to you, but I'm anyway. Let's start
Don't do
heading
that.
toward the thing. I'll give it to him before we enter the hollow.
Can you give him the stats so he can put it on his sheet?
Yes, vibro knife range adjacent.
I was kind of hoping you'd do that quietly.
Like, send it through the chat.
Yeah,
You
just
can
send it through
copy-
Flounder
Sure.
chat or something. Yeah, so I can move on. I appreciate you. All right, so you guys get back on your. Man, the camera really adds weight. It makes my fingers look chunky, but I'm like, got like bony ass fingers. Sorry, that was distracting.
No, it's okay. Quarantine adds weight too.
Yeah, no doubt.
So does being a parent. You eat all your kids' leftover snacks.
All right, so you guys head over to the hollow with no incident. It takes maybe 10 more minutes from where you left. Who's Slag riding alongside?
They voted me, so it's me.
Okay. You guys arrive at this ruin, and you kind of like hitch your Artaloo to something nearby, and pull you over to here.
I would also like to say that Slag attempts to sell life insurance to the Artaloo.
Okay, that makes sense. Obviously, nothing comes of that.
Mm-hmm.
After several attempts, I do tell him that the Artaloo can't talk.
And does not have credits.
So here you guys arrive at the entrance, the walkway to the hollow. My brain would just kind of shut down there for a hot minute. And as you guys can see from the map here, there appears to be quite a lot of stone architecture here. A dozen square-shaped pillars, and then there's these raised platforms on either side with circular pillars and stone basins. And the hollow
This
itself.
must have looked magnificent.
Oh, it doesn't still look magnificent.
Well,
mean,
it looks a little bit
interesting.
decrepit now. I mean, you look over there. There's a column that fell down.
Everybody's a critic.
Would Slag know anything about this place?
Oh, I highly doubt it.
Okay. Then he will say, "My, what a beautiful home you have."
Thank you. It's got an infestation problem.
Does any of the architecture remind me of where I trained?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, then I'm like, this
Noteworthy.
is similar to the temples back home.
noteworthy.
I think psychics may have lived here at some point. I go closer to the entrance.
You have a control of your token, so.
Oh, that's strange to watch. Oh, there goes Slag.
There is a module I can install that gets rid of the cursors, and I'm debating on whether or not to do it. I'm not sure though.
I love the line of sight.
Did Slag drop off the
No, he went behind a
Artaloo?
column and we lost him.
No, I mean, did he hop off the Artaloo?
Yeah, you guys
Are
hitched
we
your
still-
Artaloo, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're on foot.
Gonna sell insurance to a stone bull.
Hoping to. Jeez.
Gotta make a living.
How deep is this depression in this hole?
This basin is probably half a meter deep at its lowest point.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate my hover light while I'm standing by the door.
Okay.
Get
I'm
to
gonna
use it.
ready my tungsten rifle.
I have a hand on my side blade, but I'm just kind of peering in through the entrance. I have dark vision.
Okay.
Slag will catch up, and one moment he's just like walking beside you. Next thing you know, he has that vibro knife out. He's like looking around.
It's good to be ready.
I mean, at least he's prepared.
Okay. I post. You said you threw up a light.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me configure your token real quick, and then I'll pull you over. Does it say in the book how far the light source extends?
Yeah, but I'd have to go dig it up.
I mean,
Let me do that.
it's
I
relevant.
didn't. I know, but I didn't copy it into the character sheet because it's not. The character sheet doesn't work super well like that. I will this time. Oh, I also downloaded the rulebook so I can put bookmarks in it. Anyway, while I'm checking, y'all can do things.
I'm waiting for the equipment to load because I'm trying to figure out what my up to like.
Don't your binoculars have like night vision and stuff on them, or did you just get the normal ones?
I have the Optivisor low light, but I would just want to know if it's something that I can always wear or if I need to hold it to my eyes. Oh, they look like an ordinary pair of sunglasses. So I can put them on. Okay, well I put my Optivisor low light on.
Okay, and what does that give you?
User has the option to magnify distant images up to 100
Yeah, yeah.
power, 100 times power, switch to night vision mode, or simply wear the Optivisor with minor visual enhancements. So,
That doesn't
darkening
say-
in bright places.
say
Yeah,
distance.
okay, so it's normal vision, low light, essentially.
Okay.
It was in the other equipment book.
Okay, so
Yeah.
oh, you guys are already on the hollow. No, you're on the hollow entrance. Can
Yeah.
I undo the preload? Let's find out. Okay. So, Hypoist, while you have your token selected, if you hold Shift and then arrow key, you can rotate your piece, because I gave you a directional light.
Okay. Yeah. It follows eye movement with a sensor and shines a light where they are looking.
Okay. I kind of just gave you, I think I gave you 30 meters of bright
Okay.
light. So as you guys enter, it is, you didn't realize how much wind sound there was next to the mountain range until you entered, and then it becomes utterly silent. There isn't even the sound of dripping water or rushing wind. It's just all you hear is each other breathing. Well, three of you breathing, and the sounds of your boots on the sandstone.
Crunch, crunch.
As a medical professional, it incomes on me to be rational, but I still don't like the silence. It's ominous.
I try
There's
and
also-
determine which direction that psychic pull is coming from.
Okay. Give me a telepathy check.
Nope.
Okay. You can't. Yeah, obviously. Everything feels kind of muddied.
There's a source of light up ahead, I believe.
Razik, do you have anything on this?
Go ahead. Don't move too far though. Let me check something.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Razik to use the scanner.
Which I will do.
Okay, your scanner provides maps out the hollow. However, it's getting all this static, and it's somehow getting this strange interference. So all you're really left with is a layout map, and that's about it. You know that on your stage left is a long corridor that turns to the stage north, and then leads to another series of chambers. And then directly ahead of you are a series of circular chambers interconnected by a crossroad. And then it looks like on the from where your character's facing to your right is a hallway that got caved in, and there's also some more chambers back there that are what appear to be tunneled out passageways at the back of both of those hallways before lead into those chambers that are otherwise blocked off by what you can assume is a cave-in. And you can see that source of light up ahead is a shaft that cuts through the rock.
Jagan, I want to, and tell me if this is far-fetched, but I want to get a look at the map and try to determine with any ability, just like if there's an obvious kind of main thoroughfare, or like, culturally there's usually a significant chamber or series of chambers.
What give me a skill check, but I'm not quite sure which one to ask for. Do you have a suggestion?
I was just thinking like culture.
Okay, go ahead and
It's
roll.
probably the closest to
Yeah,
that.
give me a culture check.
Okay, I have a +1 step. That is an average success.
Okay. You don't know the purpose of this building, this structure, but it seems
Yeah.
like on the left-hand side, could be dormitories. Down the middle, you believe to have the most prominent significance, given it has these circular rooms that seem much more ornate.
Grandiose. Yeah.
And then the right-hand side has larger rooms that, but also square rooms that might be a gathering place of some kind.
All right. I believe we should head in straight ahead towards those circular chambers. So.
You guys do notice directly to your left, however, Razik and Elise, and if you turn your light that direction, you'll notice on the ceiling there appears to be something painted. Once the light is shined on it, it's much more apparent to you two with your dark vision. It just kind of looked like different colored, obviously different colored shapes, but it was hard to make out in the darkness. But once the light shine on it, it looks like a mural of some kind is painted on the ceiling.
Is it easy
well,
to identify anything?
You'd have to, like Razik is doing, go inside and take a closer look. All right, you're looking at it, and it does appear to be a rather primitive kind of designs. It's not like the Sistine Chapel, but there is a mural. It appears to show a cluster of humanoid figures within a large circle that kind of takes up the dead center of it. And outside of the circle are wispy, jagged, but still vaguely humanoid shapes. And they have a motion to them. They're kind of swirling around the circle that fill up the rest of the ceiling.
would you? It doesn't say outright in the descriptor, but the Optivisor low light seems to be able to do a lot of things, including like browsing the web, virtual reality style. Would you assume like a cell phone could take pictures? Because I would take pictures of that.
Sure.
I don't know if it's going to be relevant, but
Sure.
I'm going to take pictures of the.
Your Google Glass can take pictures.
Cool. So I take pictures of what I see.
Can't believe Razik owns a Zune.
Just wait till you see my selfie stick.
Neat.
I wonder if this place was used to shelter someone during like an attack.
Yeah, this isn't really my wheelhouse. Slag, was this building here whenever, or was this structure here whenever you were stationed here to sell your wares? Or lack of wares, as it were?
Processing. Processing. Processing.
I think you threw him
File
into a
not
loop.
found.
Oh, nope.
I am unaware of whether it was or was not present when I was first commissioned to sell Barker Industries insurance.
Yeah, I don't have a specialization in this as far as my schooling and cultures, so that's neat.
Is there
I
only
do
one
have
way
one
into
in
this one
psychic
section?
lore.
There appears to be, looking at the map, further down on stage left, it turns to the stage north.
I do have a specialty in psychic lore. Is there anything in psychic lore that's similar to this? Like anything I learned in my studies?
You can give me a roll.
What is that? It just says academic psychic lore.
That would be an academics roll. And you get a
Okay.
+1 step for your psychic lore.
Okay,
And then
that's all.
Slag, don't you have anthropology?
I do. I was actually going to bring that up, but I was letting
Taking
Lacey
turns.
go for it. Yeah.
Well, I can't figure it out. Man, why do guys hate me?
I would also like to attempt. And yes, I get a +1 step bonus. Haha. So that would be academics and intelligence.
It should be on your skill line. It should be, yeah.
So that is after average.
Excellent.
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 Yeah.
Excellent success.
Yeah.
All right. Given what you have been programmed regarding anthropology, you believe this is a representation of two worlds, the kind of jagged figures being ethereal or spiritual in nature, and the creatures in the circle being what these people would consider to be like our world. And the circular line is a separation between these two worlds.
All right. I believe that this image represents what meatbags call heaven, and or some other variation of the concept, and this material world. I also find this fascinating.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep notes. But interesting. I still think we should head down the northern hallway.
Yes, and we might
Technically,
have
I think
more.
it's the eastern hallway, but
Yeah, and we might get more information because if they keep records this way, then we'll get more of it. So,
Well, since
sorry,
we're
did you
moving
say
on.
east?
it would be like up for us, but technically
Yeah.
that's east.
Yeah.
Nice, we're doing some 21 Pilot lyrics.
Nice.
So to the right, it's caved in.
We're going into one of these big chambers. Hey, Slag, do you have guns for hands?
No, unfortunately not.
Is there anything on the ceiling here?
No. It kind of looks just like it appears. The ceiling is domed, and there is a part that the rocks have started to come in right over here.
There's another path here. Do we keep going straight?
According to the map, there's a square room to your right, and then another circular rooms, two circular rooms up ahead, one straight ahead, and then one to the left. Hey, Sailor Jump Scout, welcome to the stream.
Welcome back.
What do you think, Hypoes? Which way?
According to the scanner, I believe there was more rooms to the north. Well, in front of us. Not to the north, but in front of us.
And to your left.
Yeah, no, but the way you described it, Jaken, I believe in front of us had the most rooms.
Like chains of rooms.
Well, what it was is it's two more rooms, and then it appears to be a hollowed out kind of path that isn't hewn like the rest of it. It might be shifting of the rock. So, yeah.
Well, let's go see.
And in fact, that broken kind of winding trail leads to both sides. It kind of connects all three chambers.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think I'd like to head to the left. If nobody else has any ideas, or we can gather together as a community and talk about our options. I would like to.
I'm probably gonna eventually look at everything. So
yeah. So Razik points toward the hallway that is scarily dark and unknown, and he says, "Ladies first," as he talks to Elise.
This directional light thing is kind of
inside
tedious.
of this alcove is another mural of similar design. Directly ahead is the same circle in the lower half of this wall, and it once again has the same imagery of the humanoids within the circle. However, there is one humanoid that is like pulling itself through the circle, and it has a halo over its head, and it sits prominently at the top. And all the wisps that were before swirling now appear to be gravitating towards the one with the halo. And Elise.
Yes.
You hear behind this kind of alcove, kind of echoing off the walls, a strange whispering in another language.
Behind the alcove?
Yeah.
Am I able to go into this alcove?
Yeah, sure. You can also, go around it.
Well, is the mural painted like on the wall?
Yeah.
I kind of want to touch it and use one of my abilities here.
Okay.
Psychic history.
Okay. Do you want to make a? Is that ESP?
Yes.
Give me an ESP check, and I know you have a specialty in psychic history.
I don't have it written down.
What don't you have written down?
Well, that sounds familiar that I have a specialty in psychic history, but I don't see it written in any of my skills.
The
Oh, there it is.
yeah, the psychic specialties are in a different spot.
Bottom right of your sheet.
For real, I hate my dice.
You don't, unfortunately, you don't sense
Not even
anything off of it.
corporeal.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go around then. Like, you can't move through walls. I wasn't trying to, game.
By the way, once you select your token, you can use your arrows to move around as well.
What's back here? Do I see anything?
No, it's empty.
Unusual little hallway.
And these little indentations didn't have like anything of note in them.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, you just going on?
Yeah,
Well,
we're
too
gonna
bad.
move up.
I was waiting on y'all. At least he's probably gonna be up in front peering down every hallway.
I'm just really loving that Razik has decided to like walk in front of a lot of people every once in a while, and he's also the person who does not want to get in melee range.
Well, to be fair, he's a curious individual as well.
Yeah, it's just really funny because I'm always like, oh, he's gonna get eaten up.
Forward or left?
Probably.
You okay?
Can all of you give me an awareness check?
Can I just be aware?
Wait, Elise, did you not want to look in the room to the left of this hallway?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, I will. Don't worry.
Yeah, awareness checks, please.
Come on, I need a 10.
Nope.
There's no degrees of failure, right?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
So, Elise, when you come into that room, I believe, let me check my notes. Yes. There is another mural, but without the light, it's hard to make out.
Here you are.
Thank you, Hypo. I was just about to call for you.
All right. This dome-shaped room, the entire dome is a mural, and this seems to be a continuation of the last mural because you see the halo-crowned figure standing above the humanoids. There's no more circle. This appears to just be like a presentation of him standing above them, and all of them around him are bowing before him in reverence. And just above the halo-crowned figure are these wispy humanoids swirling over his head.
I think I know what this is out of character. It's hard to tell, though.
Yeah, it's a dream.
You can hear my kids.
Yeah.
Also, just realized that when you type something in that, it actually shows it as if it comes from your token. So
It's really strange. Yeah.
I think if you type /OC space and type what you want to say, it won't do that.
okay.
Just a weird feature.
Well, it's a
It
fun
also
one.
zooms in on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
If we weren't using microphone, it would be amazing to use the chat feature.
Unless people didn't know how to take their turn, then it would just be like your camera would be having whiplash.
Yeah, I'd get real motion sick.
I want to try psychic historying it again.
The wall.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. That's a pretty good roll.
CSP, so that is a stellar success.
Okay, a stellar success allows you to see a moment of the past, and
He's got the zoomies. It's fine.
yeah.
It was almost like a cartoon.
Yeah, you can see him go from one camera to the next. I'm okay.
It's a good thing he's so darn cute.
Right, yeah. All right, so this moment of past, you see this kind of murky image of a humanoid creature, but it looks like a species that is completely foreign to the known species of the wild cluster, or probably this entire fire expanse. You don't recognize it at all. It looks very alien. It is wearing relatively primitive looking clothing, but clothing is oftentimes deceiving, especially modern clothing of the time. And he does appear to be working with rather primitive paints, and you can sense as he's painting these pictures, he has two powerfully conflicting emotions in his mind. The first one being a deep sense of reverence and deference to the subject of the painting, but then in equal measure, just deeply terrified.
Oh.
The person who painted this was both reverent and terrified by this image, whatever it may be. And you said it was a species we don't recognize?
Yeah, you've never
It's
seen
a
that species
species I've
before.
never seen before, but it is humanoid,
But not human.
but not human, correct?
Is there more of a description other than like primitive? Like would Elise be able to describe in more detail?
Yeah, this creature had digitigrade legs, almost like a cone, elongated skull, and looked like you wouldn't say it was reptilian, but it was hairless, and it had a kind of a dark green skin that had like age spots going along the skull. Go to your room.
He's incredibly distracting. So instead of me saying that in character, I described that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is a Lisi thing. I'm just here to keep him protected.
I mean, I could only assume it was inhabitants of this planet before.
Would Slag have any understanding of what that species description is? I'm just thinking from an older.
Would this be another anthropology check?
Actually, I think this would be either that or a culture check. Yeah, give me an anthropology or a culture check.
Is it technically archaeology? Anthro just means human.
Well, xenoanthropology.
Yeah.
I have whatever the Xeno version is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sweet. That is a fail. No, that is a average. Woo, right on the
Hey.
money.
Okay.
Noise.
Somewhere buried deep in Slag's memory core is a report of an archaeological find on Inzod that suggests there was a species before a drastic shift in climate. Perhaps the planet had a slightly, its orbit got askewed even a little bit, and they became, to the best of your report's knowledge, they became extinct. There's no definitive proof as to why they became extinct. The theory was that a drastic shift in climate caused them to just die out.
So what precedes all this information is what I can only describe as the sound of a movie projector starting up in the 1950s.
Mhm.
And then he espouses everything that Jacob just said.
I wonder if they're depicting what caused the climate change in the mural.
I don't know. Seems oh goodness, a bit less literal than that in the painting. So
Slag, to your left, you hear a sort of heavy whooshing sound, and then something passes over your head.
Okay. I say and do nothing.
Okay.
But I still have the knife up.
Yeah, but that's not unusual. You've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and
there's
none of
nothing else in
us.
this room.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess we can go look at that other room.
All right, Hypoist, as you turn around, and so does your light, behind
Yeah.
Slag, clinging onto the wall, is this large, winged creature with this mucus sticking, two kind of graspers reaching out, and it goes...
Did we wake you?
And everyone needs to roll initiative.
Can we decide not to?
You can decide.
Or is
not-
that not it works?
I mean, if you don't roll initiative. The
Oh,
bonus
just-
versus the step bonus, right?
It is a step bonus, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to make OSC. Sorry for zooming you guys in.
Oh, buddy. Heck yeah.
That's a
I mean,
big
it's
fat
still only
fail.
an excellent, but still.
All right. And did Slag roll?
I did. I got a 7, which is nothing.
Okay.
Like, it's not one of my numbers at all.
That's a fail.
Yeah,
All right.
which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What we're gonna do is Caddy got an excellent, right? So
Mhm.
Caddy is in combat. That's right. I need to get everybody in combat. All of you are in combat. Excellent. And Caddy won the initiative, so I roll first. Perfect. Ignore the d20 roll. That's just how the module works. All right. Who? And then Razik and Elenia.
I got an average.
Okay. Elise got, and Razik rolled better, so Razik is next, followed by Elise. And then everybody else failed, with the Snatchers rolling surprisingly the worst. So next would be Slag. and then all of the snatchers.
That dice rolling sound is so cool.
It is really pleasant.
Uh-oh.
We might need to run.
Okay. So
I didn't care.
everyone after Elise is actually on an impulse 2. So whatever you do, we're just gonna count it as like costing 1 impulse more. So we don't have to edit everything. So Hypost, you are first.
Okay.
Did you actually want to? Do you still do the 9 o'clock break?
You know what? You're right, and this is a perfect time. So Hypost will be
Perfect.
first when we get back to We'll be back. What do you guys say? Roughly 10 to 15 after. Shoot for 10.
Yeah.
15 is the latest. And
Sure.
we'll get to this combat where the party has come into the lair of these snatchers, and we'll see how it goes. So stick around. We got more. We got a little less than 2 hours of Dire Roll Lost Horizon coming at you. We will see you soon. Hello, everybody. We're back. We are back. And let's go ahead and jump into combat, shall we? Hypost, you won the initiative. Oh, and during the break, I went ahead and adjusted everybody, so everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Perfect. So I'm going to pull my. I guess I already had my rifle. Like, we're going in to fight. I'm going to be holding my rifle. I don't have like a holster for it, so I can just straight up shoot.
The only one who isn't weapons ready is Elise, because she's never weapons ready on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because at first I was like, well, maybe I should pull my pistol. We're in pretty close quarters. And the pistol's weak. So that's an energy weapons roll, which is rifles. So that's plus 1 step. Yeah, boy. Anyway, that's a stellar. Which is so nice. Does anything change between stellar and excellent?
Yes. Excellent. You get the excellent damage, and then stellar, not only do you deal the excellent damage, but you do 2 wound boxes.
Okay, cool. So that's my 11 energy damage.
Yeah, so the thing about these things is they are, in fact, minions, so any hit and they're dead.
Well, I destroyed that boy.
And that was a 3 impulse action?
Yep. I don't like that the impulses are continuing.
Razik, you're up.
Well, I don't see any anymore. So I'm gonna take a move and. Sorry, I know it's only 1 action, but I'm curious. Move and dodge action.
Okay.
Which I believe, I don't remember the count, but I think that's 3. 3 impulses.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And nice. Oh, okay, I see some. That's it.
Okay. Lacey, you are up.
I draw both of my side blades.
Oh, shit.
And then the really cool music kicks in. This is a movie.
would
There'd
like
be
to know
really
him
dope music.
We didn't get Elise's theme.
Aww.
But we do have the this theme.
I was just
sounds similar
thinking-
to, but legally distinct from Duel of the Fates.
yeah.
No,
I was just thinking if this
Vegas
was a
made
movie,
these,
that would be
so-
the time.
Yeah, so I have rights. Let's play that. He told me not to loop it though. So, all right. So I know it's not it's not in the mechanics, but given I'm gonna have you emit bright light for like one grid and then dim light for another, just because you're igniting your glowing psi blades.
Oh yeah, that looks so cool.
And that's a 1 impulse action, right? Getting your weapons out.
Yes. And for PR who doesn't know, one looks like a typical longsword, and my offhand looks like a hunting dagger.
Excellent.
Slag.
Like a Bowie knife?
They're like a long pointed dagger. Hang on, let me go get the dagger I based it on.
Okay.
Look what you've
so
what you've
slag,
wrought.
Had to ask.
So Slag will say, initiating resident tactical program. Butcher mode selected. Combat engaged.
What mode?
Butcher.
Oh.
And then hold on. Moving is okay. So I might be a little. Moving is a separate.
It's an impulse cost.
Cool. Yep. So I'll just move forward for this one.
All right, if you're only going to move 1 space, that's just a 1 impulse action.
Sweet.
For 1 impulse action, you can adjust. Yeah. Okay. So
That's what it looks like, PR.
but glowing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. This Snatcher's turn. Which is this Snatcher? They all look the same. Who designed this? Oh wait,
That's
it was
why
me.
if someone gets in the house.
They all look the same, huh?
Mm-hmm. I stand by it. All right, they can charge.
I didn't have any time to make art.
They can charge 15 meters. That's 16 meters. So, it's going to charge. I don't know if there's anyone here. It doesn't know if it's anyone here, but it's gonna hope. It's gonna go here. Yeah, it can grab one of yous. Since Slag.
No, please don't.
Since Slag is a robot, it doesn't register it as a thing, so it's going to attack Hypoist. All right.
I just realized that skull on the Snatcher means it's dead, so I just did something stupid. All right, cool.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Okay. So the Snatcher is going to try to bite Hypoist. It is it has a +1 step and needs to hit a 16. Wow. It got a 24. So that's an excellent success. So Hypoist.
That's the best it could roll.
That is in fact the best it can do.
I do have dodge.
Were you dodging?
No, I thought dodge 5 would. Anyway.
No, when you dodge 5 makes it all the better.
Extra good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, so it flies over to you, and do you have 5 or less physical armor?
Yeah, I think I have 4.
Okay, you take a graze, and you are grappled. And since you took damage from the bite, you are now taking damage over time from poisoned, and while you are poisoned, you are impaired. So, all kinds of fun stuff just happened to you. So you are grappled and poisoned.
And what's the mechanical effect of impaired?
That is a reasonable question. Reasonable people would ask. That deserves a reasonable answer. So let me look it up.
Great effect.
So let me look it up. If I recall, I don't want to say the wrong thing and then have to backtrack. So I'll just look it up for safety. Impaired. You are not at your best. You might be fighting off severely disoriented, exhausted, or fighting off a sedative or a paralytic. You take a -2 step penalty on all skill checks, and your speed is reduced by 50%. In addition, you are considered distracted. Distracted means enemies get a +1 step to hit you.
Cool.
So
Chicken mint at this time, y'all.
So this Snatcher has latched itself onto Hypoist Doug gets graspers into his shoulder, and he's starting to his eyes starting to roll over, and that I believe was a 4 impulse because he charged. Yes, 4 impulse. All right, next snatcher is this one. Go there, and then immediately there. Okay. This snatcher is going to fly here, and then fly here, and is going to try to bite Razik.
I'm dodging, so -2, I believe, since I got dodge 5.
Yeah, that's -2. So that means a total of -1. Boop. That's a big old miss. And that's a 4 impulse action because it charged. Okay, next snatcher. This one. I'm gonna go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Fly over Razik.
You can.
It's flying.
Oh, yeah, it can fly.
Yeah.
I was like, how can you get through?
Yeah.
But he can fly.
So it flies over you, and as it flies over you, it lunges down. It like swoops down and tries to bite you in the back. You're still dodging, so. Ooh, wow, that's a damn.
Important mechanic question:
Yeah,
is there flanking?
sort of. I believe if 3 people are in melee with you, they all get +1. It's a good question though. I know there is a. Here we go. 2 or more attackers adjacent to the target. Okay, so he actually gets a +1 step.
Why would you ask?
It's important. So he in fact got a 16, which I don't think changes his success. I think it's still just an average. Oh no, these things suck. A 16 is a hit. So, good man. But now you're gonna get hit. Do you have a 1 or
Physical
less
armor
physical?
3.
You have physical armor 3. Okay, so you are grappled. You take no damage and you're not poisoned, but you are grappled.
Well, I hate the decision of going there.
Wait, why?
Why? What?
I was trying to understand mechanically how the physical armor.
So the way minions work is they don't actually deal damage. They just check their armor, their damage against your armor, and if their damage equals or beats your armor, then you take 1 graze.
Oh, okay.
And since he only got a standard success, an average success,
Yeah,
he only
rolled
does
an
1.
average. Yeah.
Whereas with a excellent, he does 5.
Excellent does
Yeah.
5. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what?
Okay, so that was a 4 impulse action. And then this snatcher is going to go. I think this one's going to take a move. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. They have 30 meters. So it just kind of flies to the back of this room as a 2 impulse. Oh, but wait. There's more. Okay, Elisa, you're up.
Can I attack the snatcher that's grappled with Hypoist without hitting Hypoist?
Not with your sword.
Ah, crap.
You're probably thinking, I should have taken the psychic throw.
A little bit. Mostly I want to help Hypoist, but I don't want to have to drop my Psyblade to do it.
Why would you need to drop your side blade?
Well, close combat, I'd have to turn off my big. I guess you couldn't use my big one, huh? Can I use the short one in close combat?
You mean in melee? What are you talking about?
I want to close in on the one that's grappled with Hypoist.
Okay, well, I think there are pretty specific rules about moving through people's space. Okay, here we go. If you're in a square, enemies can't move through. Yeah, I guess you could share a space with the friendly. I would just say I wouldn't. I don't want you to end there because it would be confusing.
Okay, yeah, no, I get that. Like I was saying, I wanted to step up to Hypois and basically attack the one that was attacking her. Or him.
Okay. So you want to do a charge?
Which one's the one grappling Hypoist?
This one.
This
You
one.
can't see it. Yeah.
It's at an angle to me to the left.
Yeah, okay, so I can just move through, right?
You can move through friendly. Oh, and yeah, they're flying, so you can move through their spaces too.
I want to get there.
Yeah, you could get right there.
All right. With a charge, you can move half your speed and make an attack.
Okay.
So where did you want to move to? There. Okay. So you were here, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Yeah, that's exactly what you needed.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, can I hit this guy?
Yeah.
Instead of the one grappling me?
I could hit both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has binary targeting, which means with her 2 weapons, she can attack 2 different targets.
I was like, she went all that way.
Okay, so I'll use my main hand on the snatcher grappling, and then my offhand on the other one.
Okay. And remember your dual wielding penalties. I think it's
Listen,
minus 2 step.
I get a -2 step, but I get a +1 step with the weapon, so it's a -1 step total.
Right.
Which one do you want me to roll first?
Your dealer's choice.
Main hand is an excellent.
Oh, okay. You don't have to roll damage. They have no armor in their minions, so that one's dead. You're no longer grappled, Hypoist.
Nice. Love that.
My offhand is just a regular hit.
Okay. He's dead too.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, and that was a 4 impulse, right? Because you charged.
I charged and then attacked.
Okay, Slag, you're up.
Yeah, that totally just changed everything I was about to do.
Yeah, things move fast.
All right. Well, I will just once again one little reposition, and that's it.
I just looked behind me.
So just another 1 impulse shift.
Yep.
All right. What happens next is the remaining 3 snatchers come out of hiding to join the fun. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, 14. And this one's going to attack Elise, who's not dodging, so it gets the +1 step. 20 is just a normal hit. Elise, how much physical armor do you have?
2.
Okay, so you are grappled. And then the next one down the line, that was a 4 impulse action. This one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 is going to do the same thing, but it gets a +1 step because Elise is now adjacent to 2 enemies, so that's a +2 step. 23 is, yes, that is an excellent success. So you said you had 2 physical armor? Okay, so now both these snatchers are grappling you, and you're poisoned, and you take a graze. And the last one's going to go 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's going to do it's doing a move. Doop, doop, doop. And it's going to stop there.
Jagan?
Yeah.
Did that first one here.
Mhm.
Take the graze box, or was it another one?
Oh, the second one takes the graze box.
Okay.
But both of them are latched onto Elise. And Hypois, you're up.
I can't see the second one,
Mhm.
so I couldn't mark it. All right, then I'm going to use my new talent because I think it'll be fun. The talent combat leader allows me to make an influence check and designate an enemy. On a success, it's a +1 step for any allies to make an attack against it or their next attack against it during the scene. I'm gonna be telling Razik and Slag to head for this one.
If you right click on it, I think you can designate it as your target.
Okay. No.
Can I? I can. I did, but it's not very visible.
Okay.
But that's information for me, at least.
It didn't, in the talent section, it didn't say how many impulses.
Skill checks are 3 impulse actions, but you do need to make an influence check, right?
Yes. And that's +2 steps because I'm handsome and charming and
Isn't
handsome.
it +3 because you get a +1 in combat?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for covering me there. I'm handsome and inspiring. So it's +3. That's an 11, which should just be an average.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone attacking them, before your next turn gets a +1 step?
For the scene, just their next attack.
Oh, the next attack against that one for the scene. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, and that's 3 impulse action. Razik, you are up.
Well, at last I won't be using it because I'm screaming like a little girl trying to get out of the Snatcher's grasp. So I'm going to use a 1 impulse action to resist.
Which one is holding you?
One you cannot see right now.
Oh, okay. Whoa, I can't even see the tokens in this is all shadow right here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Oh, that's so neat. I didn't know you were being held because I couldn't see it.
I know, that's perfect. I love it. Okay.
Oh, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it. Okay, grapple. You were resisting the grapple.
It says under resist, the exact type of check you need to successfully resist depends on the condition.
Yes. You can use your resist action to break free by defeating your opponent in an opposed hand-to-hand check.
So we're fighting hand-to-hand?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I don't have my knife.
Knife should be hand-to-hand.
No, I don't have it.
Oh.
Without
Flag
it,
has it.
Right,
yeah,
but
so
this
without
is
it, I lose my step bonus.
to break the Yeah, okay. So we go ahead and roll.
So it's going to be a flat d20 for me.
And he gets a +1 step. Ooh, that doesn't look good, Razik. Yeah, okay. So you're still grappled. That's a 1 impulse.
Yep.
Okay. One of these snatchers turn. I think it's the one up here. Yep. It's going to charge. Dupe, and dupe. And it's going to attack Hypoist.
Yeah.
And miss. That's a 4 impulse action.
Duckily,
Slag, you're
boys.
As I realize I'm unmuted, I'm going to ready an action.
Okay. I think you got to specify triggers, right? Or is it just...
when the... I don't remember seeing it, but I also read it quickly. Regardless, the trigger is going to be when the Snatcher to my south gets within stabby range.
Okay. So that's a 1 impulse action to ready, and then you'll just keep 1 impulsing until you hit the trigger. Okay. Well, it is that one's turn, and here he comes. So go ahead and kick off your readied action. Now, about readied actions.
No, I will go on the next impulse,
Once-
unfortunately.
Okay. Your ready to action is a reaction. Reactions mean you interrupt. That interrupts trigger action described. After resolving your ready action, pay the normal impulse cost with the impulse delay for using your action. So what happens with reactions is when you trigger a reaction, you delay your next turn by 1 impulse.
Oh, okay.
So this will delay your next impulse, your next action by 4 impulses because it adds the attack.
Cool.
And then you get to
Not a problem. I'm down with that.
You get to stab him.
Yep. And here comes some stabbing. Let's see. That's a 10. That is a miss.
You don't have any specializations?
Not in stabbing.
Stabbing is melee.
Mhm.
You should have a specialization in melee at rank 1.
So you want to?
All weapons at rank 1 you get to pick 1 specialization. Unfortunately, I think a knife is actually hand to hand, not melee.
Okay, well, if it's hand to hand, then I'm hella screwed.
Okay.
So. Cool. So yeah, that's a miss. Big old miss.
Okay.
Oh,
And so
He's rusty.
this thing is gonna swat.
Literally.
This thing is gonna swat at you at Slag.
I giggled. I'm just gonna push to talk.
Slag, you're immune to its paralytic, but if it gets to, you're not wearing any armor, so if it hits you, you're gonna take a graze.
Yep.
It did
you
not
are
hit.
armor.
Okay, Razik. And while you do that, I'm going to modify Slag's roll.
I'm
So
gonna
that
attempt
was a
to
hit or was
resist
it a
again.
miss?
I think it needs a 16.
With the
to
12,
hit.
yeah, he needs a 16 to hit.
Okay.
Okay, Razik, you're up. You're resisting again?
Yes, and this time I got an average success.
Okay, he failed, so you are no longer grappled.
Whew! He's gonna grapple me on his turn, but at least I'm no longer grappled. That was 1 impulse.
Okay, which snatcher is it? It's the snatcher up against Razik. Yeah, he's gonna try to get you again, Razik. That's a hit. So you don't take any damage, but you are once again grappled.
I'm gonna wrestle that thing. I don't care.
And that was a 3 impulse action. And then Elise, you are up.
Okay, so I can't use my side blades on these guys, or can I?
Good question. You are grappled. The grappling condition: you can't move away from the creature grappled, and you take a -1 step penalty on all skill checks that require physical motion, except hand-to-hand attacks against your grappler, or to resist actions and attempt to escape. Yeah, if you're prone, you can't stand up. Okay, so you just get another -1 step, but you're also poisoned, as I recall, right? And that
Yeah.
poison causes weakened, so you're at a -3 step if you try to stab at it.
We've done crazier.
So it's a -2 because I have a +1.
Yes, and if you attack this one, you get an additional +1 because of Hypoest. Do you have
Yeah.
do you have my homebrew talents open?
I do.
Okay. Refresh my memory. Are you allowed to expend psionic effort on Psyblade attacks? I don't think so. That sounds like something I might do.
Doesn't say I can on here.
Okay, then read that.
Hey, stop. It's okay. It's fine. Hey, come here.
So if I attack that one, I get a -1. That one a -2.
Yep.
That's basically what I would have had without my additions anyway, so I may as well.
You could always use restrain and rip them off of you with your psychic power.
I could, but I don't need much to hit, so I don't mind minuses.
Okay.
She finally gets to use her fancy weapon without fear.
So that's against this one, right?
Let her
Yes.
All right. That one is deceased.
Yay!
Oh wow, that one's just a straight up miss.
All right, and then your second attack is just a big whiff. Okay. Actually, wouldn't it be? Don't you get a -2 step?
I do get a -2 step, but I get a +1 step bonus for having the blades.
So that would have been a total of -5 step.
Wait, what?
Because you got a -3 step because you're impaired and grappled. And then you would have taken an additional -2 step because you're using both weapons. That's a -5 step. Then you would have gotten 1 because your specialty, and then 1 because the target was marked. So you would have actually had a negative D8, not a negative D4.
Let me re-roll it then.
Just roll a D8. You can go over to the left and use the die roller, the D20. Click on do the 8. Okay, you're good.
Oh, nice.
And don't bother on the second roll. That one missed.
Actually, I had a question about that second one. I rolled that with. Was I only grappled with the one, or was I grappled with both?
Both of them were grappled.
Okay, so that roll still stands. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that was a 3 impulse. Razik.
Well, I want to get out again.
Okay.
So that's a average success for me.
All right, you are. Can I click this? No. Oh, I could do that though. That's neat. Oh no! I clicked the wrong fucking button.
What did you just do?
I took him out of combat. All right. What impulse were you on? Do you remember?
Nope, I was not looking at the impulse. I was looking at the roll.
7.00.
7.00.
Yeah, I just looked at it.
There. You're on
Perfect.
Nailed it. Okay. All right. The snatcher attached to Elise is going to try to bite her. All right. That is a hit. You're wearing armor, right? So no change.
Yes.
Okay, High Post, you're up.
Remind me, because I don't have the section on range open right in front of me. If a weapon has a range of long, do I take a penalty for shooting it in like hand to hand close?
No.
I've got a big gun.
Do you take penalties at point blank? I don't think so, but let me double check.
Okay.
No, you don't.
While I'm at it,
You don't take penalties unless it's a rifle or heavy, but a pistol at adjacent is fine.
I'm holding a rifle.
Oh, it's a rifle. You get a -2 if you're adjacent. -2
Rifles
step.
are long.
Yes.
Okay. I also get a -2
because you're impaired.
Okay.
So a total
How much-
-4.
Yes. How much can I move and take a attack action? I don't think I can do the same.
You can move 2 meters in attack.
Which is 1
Square.
block. Yeah. So would I be able to get right here? Or would I need to go around that corner?
I would say you'd have to go around the corner.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
And even then you'd still be adjacent to it.
This is it would be...
You can, do you have a specialty in this so you get the +1?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at a -3. You can aim for an additional +1.
Oh yeah, I figured. I have a specialty in this, and also I have a +1 from energy weapons, so it's already a -2 step.
How do you have a +1 in energy weapons?
I have like 6 ranks in energy.
Oh,
no. It's just a rifle. That's right.
Okay. So it's if you aim, it'll be at a -2.
All right. Yeah, let's aim.
15.
Yeah, boy. That is excellent.
Well, that's a dead snatcher.
Wait, I'm gonna roll it.
Okay.
12.
That is actually it's alive. No.
Makes me feel better.
All right, that was a 4 impulse action because that you aimed.
Aim.
Razik, it's back to you.
I'm probably gonna get some malices, but I'm gonna shoot since I got my gun out. Shoot point blank.
Okay, that's
I believe it's a -1 for shooting.
-2 step for shooting.
-2.
If you have a rifle, yeah, or assault. Or no, it's a rifle or heavy. Assault you can shoot point blank. Yeah, it's a rifle or heavy.
So -2.
Oh.
That's a miss.
And that was a 3 impulse.
Yes, I did not aim. I'm panicking.
All right, so this is end of round. End of round 1, I think. So at the you guys are taking poison, which is a passive resist. So I believe passive resists happen at the end of each round. Yep. So Ladies, can you give me an endurance checks to see if you shrug off this poison?
Where is that?
The skills are in alphabetical order, so
Oh, it's just in the normal skills.
yeah,
Okay.
it is a skill.
Nice. Does being impaired affect this roll?
Yes.
Okay.
It
So
does?
that's a -2 step?
Yes.
Oh, so I need to re-roll that.
Oh. Oh.
Actually only
no.
rolled a 6, which didn't matter. I failed either way.
Okay, so you are both poisoned still, which means at the start of round 2, you both take your a wound box of your lowest wound box, which I believe is probably still a graze, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and now it's this snatcher's turn. Which snatcher? The one next to Slag. It's going to try to strike out at Slag. Strike out! Ooh, it rolled quite well. You're going to take a graze. You are grappled, but you are not poisoned because you're a robot. Slag, you're up.
Okay, so I was told that it was a vibro knife, which
Mhm.
isn't in the book.
Yes. Sorry, that's a homebrew. I have it right here. What do you need?
Okay, I just need to know if it is hand-to-hand or if it is
It is a hand-to-hand weapon.
awesome. Thing I'm really good at. By
At
that, I
least-
mean not at all.
At least you don't get penalized for using it while grappled.
Correct. Okay, so this is just going to be Stabby McStabby.
It's funny we had a
Yes.
miscommunication that actually works with Rizzi because he's not good at fighting.
He's not good at melee.
Well, I'm
Rizzi is
really
just
good at
not-
melee if this was melee.
Right. But Rozik is good at hand-to-hand, right?
Yep.
All right. So that's an obvious miss.
Okay. Alright, that's a 3 impulse.
Yep.
After this fight, Slag's gonna need to fashion a sword out of out of the graspers of the snatchers.
Or a club or something.
Or something that isn't a knife. Literally any melee weapon that isn't a knife, please. Alright, next snatcher's turn. I think it's the one that's having a duel with Razik. And he missed.
Yay!
I would have let you use one of mine, except you have to be a psychic to use them.
Yeah, it won't even turn on if you're not a
Yeah,
psychic.
I don't think he's a psychic.
Alicia, it is your turn.
Okay, so what are my minuses for attacking this other guy?
You're grappled by him, so that's a minus 1. You are impaired, so that's a minus 1, 2. Are you going to attack him with both weapons?
No.
Then it's you get a plus 1 for your specialty, so it's a minus 2. That is a big goose egg.
I need to roll at least an 8.
Is there a creature next to her? Because
There is.
Yeah.
from my angle,
We can't
like,
see.
Yeah, it's in that square.
oh, okay, yeah, it's just taken up. Okay, cool. Because from where the light cut off, it looked like it was an empty square. I'm like, who is grappling her?
I know. Unlike Roll20, this one, if you can't see enough of the square, it hides the token from you entirely, which is really cool, in my opinion.
No, I love it.
It's cool from a DM perspective, but it's making me angry.
All right, the snatcher that's tussling with Elise is going to continue the tussle and then miss. High post, you're up.
Okay, so this one right here has not been handled.
It's currently grappling Slag.
Oh, I can shoot it though. I can't see the one grappling Razik, but I
Well,
would
you
like.
could do that. No, you still can't see it.
No, I haven't been able to see it this entire time. That's why I didn't tag it
I mean,
earlier.
you can see Razik and Elise, so you can tell that something's on them. You just can't see what it is.
Yeah, I can't shoot it if I can't see it. So I'm gonna shoot this one. I'm still impaired, so that's a -2, and then I have a rifle, so it's +1. So that's a -1. Ooh, unfortunately, as good as I am, I'm not that good.
All right, your round ricochets off the sandstone wall down the
Well,
hallway. Razik.
gee.
So I'm just gonna let the gun, like, I guess, drop on the ground here, because I don't have a strap to it. I think we established. And
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
established it
go.
wasn't the type.
Sorry?
I said we previously established Razik wasn't the type.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let the gun drop to the ground at my feet, and I'm just gonna go in with my talons.
Okay.
I do not believe I've got any bonuses for that, but that's better than my shooting. And yet I say that, and I roll a 7, so no.
Okay. That's a 3 impulse. All right, the snatcher is gonna keep trying to. It's not trying to like eat slag. It's just trying to make it go away because it doesn't know what it is, but it knows it's moving and it's dangerous. So, but it can't. It just doesn't know where to go, what to do, or who to do it with. Slag her up.
Okay. Is it possible to pick up the gun that was just dropped?
Yeah, that'd be a 1 impulse action.
1 impulse action it is, then. I'll also be dropping my stupid-ass knife.
Okay.
It's not a stupid ass knife. Give it back.
All right, the snatcher on Razik is going to try to get back on Razik and miss. At least you're up.
I swing at it again. That's a hit.
Okay. Okay.
It's just a hit, so.
But it's your Psyblade, so it's probably... Well, it actually has no armor and it's a minion, so it is dead. But roll the damage anyway, just because that Psyblade is insane. Yeah, 9 energy damage.
Yeah.
So, croak. Alright, Slag, you're up.
At least I'm no longer grappled.
Oh yeah, I need it. Slag, you're up. In case you didn't hear me.
Yeah. I was just reading some stuff. All right. Well, with a new weapon in hand, he will attempt to shoot this thing dead.
It is a rifle, so you're gonna get a -2 step. Did you pick your specialty for firearms?
Nope. But I would say he's more of a pistol guy.
Okay.
So I'll just say it's pistol. So okay, -2 steps, not a problem. Here we
You
go.
can aim to negate one of those penalties. Ah, okay.
Nope, we're good.
My post, you're up.
Let's take another crack at it. I will aim for -1. Oh God.
Ugh. I post, your vision's real blurry. You're not even sure if you pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Alright, Razik, you're up.
I'm gonna go with my talons again.
Okay.
That's a excellent.
Oh, Slag, I forgot you're grappled. There's actually more than a -2. Okay, it's dead.
Finally, you did it. I'm so happy for you.
And that was a 3 impulse?
Yep.
Okay, the Snatcher is like, go away, weird thing. But it to no avail. Alicia, back to you.
So I could charge and attack this thing, right?
You don't know where it is, but hypothetically.
I mean, I could start moving, and once I spot it, go after it, I guess.
Well, you need to declare if you're charging before you start moving.
That's fair. Can I attempt to just shake off the poison?
I think because it's a passive resist, the answer is no.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask.
But I'm double checking. You can't take the resist action against a passive resist. Yeah. Only something that's actively resisted, like grapple.
Okay.
Whoa, spooky.
What?
I just saw a shadow in the peripheral vision. I thought it was our son or the babysitter, but it was nothing.
Guess I'm just gonna move to try and see this thing.
You want to adjust like 2 meters, and that's a 1 impulse action to just shift 2 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you see it, right?
Yes, I do.
Slag, you're up.
I will resist this grapple.
Okay. So it's a hand-to-hand against his hand-to-hand.
God damn it. Okay. Do I obviously I don't have any negative steps or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you pass? I don't think so, right?
No.
You put in melee, not hand to hand. Okay, well neither did he, which means we go high roll, which was him. So
Sweet.
why did I? Oh, I have Elise selected. That's why it says I rolled for Elise.
I was about to say, why the hell did I just roll?
Yeah. Okay, so that is a 1 impulse for Slag. Elise, it's back to you. Oh wait, no.
Thinking
no.
you say slag
It
or
is.
swag.
Elise, it is your turn.
Is it the end? Do I take that graze, or is that after this?
This is impulse 8. Remember, for the module, 0 is impulse 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is impulse 8. So after your turn, you and High Post will resist. If you fail, you'll take the damage.
Okay. Well, since I can see the snatcher, I'll attack it.
Okay.
All right. Is it only a -1 this time because the poison?
The poison is -2. So yeah,
Oh, it's
-1 because you get a specialty. So -1 total. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, right. I'm only attacking with 1 blade. Never mind.
Unless you want to attack with 2 blades, then it's -3.
No. I hit.
Okay. No, which means it's dead. Like, yeah. All right.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, there you go.
Go ahead and give me that. Combat's over, so go ahead and give me y'all's resistances and whatnot.
Nope.
Damn. No.
Resilience?
No, it's endurance to shake off the
When-
poison.
When combat is over,
So you guys take another wound box,
yeah. But
and
also,
then now after that we're gonna clear grazes.
okay.
So take one
So
more
I
wound
have a
box,
light-
and then clear grazes. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was asking. Like, what order to do that in? Cool.
Razik, you can get in there with the medicine check to treat the poison.
Yeah, which I will as soon as I notice that they're not feeling too well and they've got bite marks.
Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious considering how poorly I shot, but also.
Oh yeah, and I don't think
well.
Razik got hurt, but Slag, I think you got a graze. You can clear your graze.
No, I didn't get hurt. I wiggled too much.
All right, so Razik,
okay,
pick one, and then yeah.
everybody looks equally hurt between Elise and Ipoist.
I know Hypois has a light wound. I don't know about Elise.
I don't have any wounds. I just had grazes.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
Hypois.
well, Ipoist then. Okay, so does poison work? Well, for wounds, I'm assuming it works the same thing. So +2 for medkit, +1 for my medicine, having a step bonus.
Yeah.
And it's first aid or treatment. Since it's out of combat, it's probably treatment, so that's another +1, so that's +4 so far.
Actually, hang on. I want to see if medicine has a different specialty for like toxology or something like that.
It might not be written, but you might.
Oh, we lost PR.
Thanks for out of combat.
What is
New guide.
what is pathology in regards to medicine?
I don't have a good.
I'll just Google it
What
real quick.
just happened? Oh, it just.
Ignorant
Cause and
GM has
effects
to
of
go to
diseases.
what?
Oh, there we
Cause
go.
and effects of diseases.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say you're not gonna be able to use treatment on this.
Well, you say that, but poison, resist type, passive, resist skill or method, endurance or treatment, in parenthesis, medicine.
Right. Oh, treatment parentheses medicine. You can use treatment. Go
Yep.
for it. You can use treatment.
So
You
plus
you-
4 steps.
You sold it.
Thank God I ranked up. That's a stellar.
Okay.
Oh!
Hypost.
No, sorry, excellent.
I think you just needed one. Let me double check. But while we do that, Elise, you owe me an endurance.
Nah.
Also, while this is going on, Slag would like to requisition some of these creatures for a club or something that's not a knife.
I grabbed my knife, by the way.
You know
And
what?
you can have your rifle back.
Yep.
Yeah, you can fashion a club.
Just use one of their limbs to beat them.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm going at.
You can. Yeah. Let's go ahead and say you fashion. I mean, there's rocks all over the place, right? So you fashion a club.
Sick. And he will add in, are you sure you do not wish to purchase some life insurance?
Elise, go ahead and take a graze. And then Rezik can probably cure you.
That's a bold assumption.
Got a lot of pluses.
You can roll snake eyes.
Now we're good.
Okay, you are no longer. You still have that graze, but you are no longer poisoned.
Do I still have my light wound?
Yes, that goes away at the end of the day.
I wasn't sure if the treatment was addressing that as well as poison because of the excellent. But
Alas, for some reason, I can remove a wound box in combat, but not outside combat.
okay, well that makes.
Okay, so Hypoist and Elise are no longer under the effects of the paralytic. Hypoist is the only one that walked away from that fight looking
Hurting?
a little hurt. Everyone else has just got scrapes. Elise still has a trace, like a lingering kind of ickiness from the paralytic, but other than that, she's pretty good.
Rizik's still shaking because he almost got bitten.
Snatchers, not even once.
Snatchers confirmed.
Alicia, are you putting away your blades?
Yeah, I mean they only light up that much. They're not much use to anybody.
I mean, except you don't have to spend time pulling out your weapon if you leave them out. We're not worried about running into people who don't know about your.
That is true. I'll put away the offhand.
Since it's just us gals and the Roomba, it'll be fine.
Racism.
Not a gal.
Take that, Razik.
Alright,
I'm
I'm gonna go into
also
this
not a
combo
gal.
room and see what's in here.
Oh, this room is a natural shaft. It seems like over time something the outside eroded in, and so that's literally sunlight beaming in.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow! Really, we're in here doing this thing.
So I post at the edges of your light. You can trace what looks like another mural.
Hey, Elise?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Where is it? On the roof? Wall?
On the
Where?
walls, yeah.
Alright, what is it?
So you see radiant beams projecting from the halo over the man. And now all the humanoids around him lie dead. And instead of the humanoids, it is now the wispy humanoids that are bowing to him.
instead of the solid ones.
Instead of the normal looking humanoids. They all appear dead. And then it's the wisps that were swirling around him now are bowing before him. And as Elise is looking at this mural, she once again, from behind her, hears this strange alien whisper.
Well, I of course, I 180 to look around behind me.
Well, there's a post.
Are you all right, Elise? You seem a little bit jumpy.
Oh, you aren't?
No, just thought I heard one of you guys say something.
You're not still sensing things with your special abilities?
It's like trying to look through a fog. I can't pin it down. What's over here?
This is what I was trying to describe, and I wasn't doing a very good job of it, and I apologize. This is like a more natural formed cavern that has breached the wall of the compound. And according to the map, excuse me. According to the map, this natural kind of crevasse connects all the rooms together. So it's kind of like this corridor that cuts through them all.
So it do we have an idea of it being compound and then cave or cave then compound?
It looked like compound and then cave, like the cave came after.
Okay. That's not normally how it goes.
Not usually, no. But I do want to follow this and see if I find anything else.
I'm telling you, as soon as this freaking quarantine's over, chiropractor.
I'm gonna go have a drink with my girls.
um,
Slag, did you want to keep up with them? You're muted.
Oh, yep. I did not know that room continued. Slag was just kind of waiting there, and then when he hears like the footsteps getting further away, he just kind of lags behind. He's slow.
Yeah, don't be a slagger.
Ah.
Oh, there's another tunnel going up here.
do you think this is where the snatchers came out of?
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Is that really what we're looking for? Is where snatchers
my.
came out of? Okay.
No.
So maybe we should stick to developed rooms.
Well, there are developed rooms further up.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how far back it went. Looks like it goes back pretty far.
How would anyone be surviving amidst all of these without catching their attention?
I assume they came after everyone here died.
No, I mean the how would whoever it is who's calling out to you psionically, however that works, how would they be living here, hanging out here amidst the snatchers without catching their attention?
You presume they're alive. Judging from what I've
Perhaps.
seen on the mural, they may not be anymore.
You said it sounded like your brother. What was that, Slag?
Perhaps they are in a room that is cut off from this area.
There's also that. Feels slightly more plausible than dead spirits speaking into minds.
Good one.
Hey, Razik, you remember what we talked about earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Not crazy. As I walk
No.
past.
So you said there. Wait. Are there? Is that the direction Razik said there are more chambers in that?
Yes.
room? Okay.
Yeah, there's tile over here.
Cool.
It's y'all's show.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to move.
Trying to see if you used any special descriptions in this room.
Whatever. I will mention is insignificant. For the most part, this whole area is eroded, and I mean the whole everywhere you've been is eroded. So like anything of significance is gone. However, Hypoas, you were just in a room.
Yep.
Was that the? No. Okay. That room that you just walked into has it appears to have once had furniture, and all that remains is a rusted bed frame.
All right, so this is the dormitory-looking thing, and/or prison cell. They all look the same.
What about this room? Similar?
Yes, but when you step into this room, a faint alien whisper echoes off the walls, and you look down at a similar rusted bed frame.
Do me.
I think I'm gonna grab the bed frame and try to do some psychic. What is it? Psychic lore?
Psychic history.
That's it. Psychic history.
Okay.
This room looks the same.
That's a success.
Yeah. Just an average success.
Yeah.
All right. You receive a faint impression of the past. You get the impression that someone psychic died in this bed, and their last thoughts were that of insane rage.
Psychic died here. He was extremely angry, but I don't know why.
Maybe because he died.
Most people feel remorse when they die.
And this room is just similarly furnished.
Yep.
The first one, yeah.
All right. This room actually has quite a bit of stuff in it.
Where's Slack?
I'm only like a couple of squares behind you.
Surprise!
My light's directional, so I can't see anything behind me.
All right. This room that Alicia's entered is filled with dilapidated electronical equipment around a rusted operation table.
That's a risk for tetanus.
You want to do anything with that, or carry on?
I might. I'm just trying to see if a skill I have applies to this or not.
Okay.
Can you repeat the description?
It has dilapidated and useless electronical equipment and a rusted operation table.
Operation in the sense of medical stuff, or
Yes.
I was waiting for Razik to catch on.
For some reason, when you said electrical, I just thought about like a command post, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No. This looks like some kind of small surgery ward.
Well, if it would surgery apply? Because I'm gonna roll medicine.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine surgery check.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, actually, that kind of fits, and I'm not to give too much away, but yeah. Although this, at face value, looks familiar, when you're inspecting the equipment, it doesn't seem like, and this room doesn't seem right. It's definitely not big enough for a proper like emergency surgery ward. Razik can tell that this operation table was for something like that, but he's not sure what its purpose was.
Interesting.
I say I'm probably gonna regret doing this, and I want to touch the table and try to do psychic extreme on that.
Okay, when you reach out with your mind as you place your hand on the table, there is something brushing up against your mental faculties, like your psyche. You can feel this touch of something foreign, and you can tell that it is offering you power. And yes, you can accept this offering to gain a +5 step bonus to your psychic skill check. But if you take it, you have to make a resist corruption check.
That's a check.
Yep.
It's a special check for psionics, yeah.
Oh, that's a tough choice.
You can accept the moment of power for the +5, or you can accept a font of power, which will give you a +5 now, and it'll give you a +2 on every skill thereafter until the end of the scene. But if you take the font of power, you gain a corruption, no
I
roll.
forgot what you rolled to resist the corruption.
Resist corruption is a willpower check. Ariana Marie, thanks for tuning in and sticking with us. Hope you're enjoying the show. So, do you want to accept moment, font, or reject?
I'm gonna reject it because it's strange and my character doesn't know what it is.
Okay. Nothing happens when you reject it. So, go ahead and give me that normal roll. 19.
Well, that is an excellent.
Excellent success. Okay. On an excellent success, you get extra information. Shit, I minimized that. How fucked up did that make?
Strong image or other sensory signature of the person who left the impression sufficient enough to recognize him or her later.
I accidentally minimized there it is. Okay. Sorry, I just I fucked up the stream. Sorry, say that again. I was trying to fix something on the stream.
Well, now I closed it. Hang on. You gain a strong image or other sensory signature of the person who left the impression sufficient enough to recognize him or her later.
Okay. Well, you recognize an entity that is of the same species that you now suspect is extinct. And you get the impression that this guy was a cyber surgeon who replaced body parts as psychics' bodies were being eroded from the inside.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, what's up?
WTF, dude? Hey, bro. You okay?
Was it the same person who made the paintings?
No.
All right. Well, someone of the same species as whoever made these paintings was replacing the body parts of psychics here.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not.
Good one.
It's not pleasant.
Okay, I love Slack.
It wasn't pleasant. What the hell happened? Trying to move and I don't have my character selected.
Noise.
They did not have Baker Industries insurance. Sorry, Barker is what I meant to say. Barker.
Oh my god, this guy.
Oh, shit, I missed something, but it's not super relevant. It was just scene dressing. Alright, this room is little. There are ancient stone benches that line the far side of the stage right wall.
And no other like embellishment or painting.
Nope.
Kind of like a little waiting room, huh?
Possibly.
Given what that other room was, probably.
Yep.
Well, and then there were those beds
Okay,
where you said the guy was dying.
that room, Elise, that room is significant. In the nook across from the other entrance, not the one you entered, in that little, you can see the nook. There is a wall of spikes with a skeleton hanging from its points, and the skeleton, you could imagine, fits the same body structure as the species you've been seeing in your psychic history.
And now I'm suddenly worried about traps. Does it look like the spikes came up from the floor
No,
or
they're
something?
coming out of the wall.
And he's just impaled upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like the wall moves?
Touch it.
Give me an awareness check.
That is an average success.
You don't see anything that looks like it slides or moves. The spikes look fixed.
It almost looks like he impaled them. Does it look like he ran into them himself?
Now his back, and he looks like he backed into it. And he's like kind of deep in there, so perhaps he was pushed.
That's creepy. I'm not touching this one. I'm not touching this one. I don't
Out
want to
of
see that
character?
death.
Touch the butt.
Well, you can move on.
I mean, yeah, our whole point of coming here was
that room.
but
There's stairs.
The paved stones of this room are painted with humanoid faces. With humanoids face down in a fetal position, as if you're walking on their backs. And the walls are painted black.
I don't like this civilization. I think maybe they probably deserved whatever happened.
Wow, that's coming from you. That's crazy.
What?
Oh, this is gruesome.
Treading upon the weak. One person's better than everyone else. I'm not a fan.
I think Slack may have accidentally lost the light.
Oh no. Okay, I'm coming back.
And androids, sim droids apparently can't see in the dark for reasons.
For reasons, yeah.
Here you are.
Woo.
I guess I'll try to stay close by since Elise still has some dark vision.
Well, she's also got her sword.
She's got her little light, but I was like going around to shed light on the rooms that she was looking at because it would be easier than walking around with the sword.
Yeah, she's got a big glow stick, and you've got a fucking spotlight. Yeah.
Up until that part, I've been able to kind of see where like where the maps are because it is a little lighter. But it was that part I'm just like, I can't tell where this room goes. So
just Slag bumping into things.
pretty
I
much.
That's how we.
I'll
were
have
trying to
a
find
good
it.
one.
I can only assume it's how we realized he wasn't with us. We just heard him walk into a wall and a clong. It's like, wait.
Yeah, it's like when your Roomba can't find the charger.
Well, these stairs don't look like they go down too far, right?
No.
Look, I want to clarify. It's not
on your stage left there, I believe there's something, maybe? No, I was wrong. I was incorrect.
We're back in the mural room.
Yes.
So where didn't we explore? We didn't explore
A
north.
long tunnel.
Ew. Not sure I want to go into the non-built rooms.
The map didn't say there
Zeke,
were
were you
like
moving up
chambers on
with
the
slag?
What do you mean?
It's important. Were you staying like abreast with slag?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. And Hypoist, were you kind of behind them?
Yeah, shedding light.
Okay. When Elise steps right there, something happens.
Oh, of course it does.
The air of this room vibrates, and a psionic resonance pulses, and it hits Hypoist and Razik, who need to give me endurance checks. Endurance checks, or is it willpower checks? Let me confirm that real quick.
I mean, it's the same.
It's
roll
willpower
for
check,
me.
and you get a -3 step penalty.
Willpower -3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5, baby. Wait, is this a psionic ability?
Yes, so you get your +2.
Yeah.
I somehow succeed.
You somehow
Averagely.
succeed. Wow.
Averagely.
So you want to take the 9 and minus of... Would a 9 minus anything be a success?
No, it has to be a 16 or higher.
Okay, so Hypoist, you are overcome with... Like, it's just like... It sounds like your brain is screaming at you.
Oh.
If you fail, you are impaired again. Welcome. However, somehow Razik resisted it. And also, immediately after that happens... dust bursts out from the floor as the ground kind of shakes, and this green light like segments through the room, kind of cutting a swath straight down the middle. And as soon as it finishes, this pillar lights up, and a lightning bolt arcs out towards Slag, and Slag needs to give me an endurance check. No penalty.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. God. An endurance?
Yeah.
That's the highest that I have.
All right, let's do it.
No, I mean, I rolled the 19, and that's like the highest
so
level
you
of
got a
like, success.
Stellar.
So this
Stellar,
lightning bolt
yeah.
hits Slag, and nothing. He doesn't even move. He's just like,
It charges
Actually,
in
what he
Iron
says
Man
is,
style.
good one. All right,
Battery at 97%.
and then the dais in this nook sinks down and slides away, and this figure rises up an elevator. It appears to be a human skeleton made out of a chrome metal, and it currently invisible. So let me make that visible. It steps forward, and as it does, it ignites a blade, an energy blade, and from its arm, an energy shield is projected. And a voice rings out that only Elise can hear, because it's a psychic echo, and it says, "Neophyte, prepare yourself." And this Myrmidon, this robot, looks at Elise, but then almost with a confused kind of turn of its shoulder, looks to see, the fact that Hypoist, whatever happened was supposed to lay out everyone but Elise, and it didn't. So the Myrmidon robot squares up. I don't know if I'll have time to finish combat tonight, but I'd like to go ahead and get started on it, because we had a short session last week, and we may not have PR. So everyone, go ahead and let's roll some initiative.
Ew. That's an excellent on my part.
I also does not have a plus step. It's raw d20. That's an average for him. Okay, so who got? Okay, Caddy rolled a d4. What's up with that? You're muted.
I rolled a -2 before I realized that I actually have a -1 because I have a +1 step to initiative.
Okay.
So the
So
corrected roll is an excellent success.
okay, is it what success?
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay. Who got excellent?
I did.
Okay. Everyone
High
got
five.
excellent, and then the robot got average, and then Elise failed. So Slag is first.
Oh, I just realized something.
What?
Forgot to include my physical fatigue. Would that apply to initiative?
Yes.
Then it would be a 14, which is a normal. Don't count me as excellent.
Okay, so then it's Hypoist.
I think you're excellent.
I'm just testing something, so ignore this roll. Cool.
Then it would be Razik still. And then it would be the Myrmidon bot. And last it would be Elise. Then we begin combat. And I'm going to modify Elise to be a -2. Because she failed. Slag, you're up first. Remember, Hypoist, you are impaired. So -2 attacks against you get a +1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be
And you
doing
have half
nothing.
movement. You're going to be doing nothing. Okay. So pass.
I don't see this as a threat.
Okay. Pass. That's one impulse. Hypoist, you're up.
Combat leader. I'm gonna make an influence check. I have a -2, but I also have a +2, so that's just gonna be an even roll for me. I think that's right on the money. It is. It's an average. Oh, but I also get a +1 because of the combat influence roll. So, I don't think it can become excellent. Not count. Okay, so that's an average success. He's marked.
Can you guys see my mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tiny, but
Swag. Okay. Now, I will say that when I described him as a skeleton, a human skeleton, but metallic, his head looks like a solid cylinder with a domed top, and has like a Cylon visor with a single light.
Okay.
I just wanted to finish that description before we got into the heat of it. That was a 3 impulse action.
Yeah, that should be.
Okay, Razik.
well, I didn't hear the message, so I'm not sure if there's any importance in shooting this thing or not. So for me, it's a normal threat, and I'm gonna shoot at it with my tungsten rifle.
Okay, you do get a +1 bonus from the combat leader.
Which is gonna be negated by my fatigue.
Yeah, but it helps.
Definitely. Which means it's gonna be a net 20. At 12, just barely a miss.
Okay. This Myrmidon has, extra rules because it has a shield. Okay, the shield only matters in melee. Oh no, it has 50% cover against melee and ranged attacks that originate from in front of it. So you actually had an additional -2 step. So, but you missed anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was a 3 impulse.
Mm-hmm.
Its turn. I guess since at this point Razik shot at it, it's going to go going around the pillar, and then as it comes up, it's going to lunge its sword towards Razik. And since that was only a 2-meter shift, it's not going to take a charge. It's going to attack with its energized vibro sword. He needs an 11. He's got a +1 step. He missed.
I was nervous.
All right, Elise, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna charge it. I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay.
+1.
Since it's facing Razik, you don't get the -2 step penalty from its shield.
Okay, so I
Nice,
get
nice, nice.
+1 from Caddy, +1 from just having it. Sweet. So +2.
That is an average.
Okay.
Okay. It is going to take a 1 impulse reaction to block. When targeted by a melee attack, the Myrmidon can make a Vibro Sword attack as an opposed check to counter the attack's check result. So the way counter checks work is for every success level he gets, he reduces yours. So he just needs to get an average. So he did not. So he let me modify his roll because he took a reaction, and he failed to block your Vibro Sword.
My side blade.
Side blade.
I'm using it two-handed, by the way.
Oh.
I took it in both hands.
6 energy damage. Okay.
That's almost minimum.
He has 3 energy armor, so that is going to...
It does have AP.
Oh. How much AP?
It's because it's a...
Oh, no, he's a high enough tech level.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's going to be a light wound. And
is he high tech level?
It speaks out of its face in that strange language that you don't understand.
Can the rest of us hear it?
Yes, it says it audibly.
Okay.
And that was a 3 impulse, right? No, you charged, so 4 impulse. Slag, you're up.
All right. Seeing as this thing has got close and everyone starts attacking it, he says, "Initiating resident tactical program. Tenderize mode selected. Combat engaged." And wielding his club in 2 hands, he is going to attempt to smite this thing with his non-lethal damage.
Nice.
So here we go. Yeah. So 18. Ooh, that's a lot. Melee. That is an excellent.
Okay. Oh shit. Actually, he's facing like facing this direction, you know? So his shield is up.
Okay. So
you 3. So
I would take a -2 then.
Yeah, can you just throw a d6? There's a die roller, it's
Yeah,
like a d20 symbol on the left. You can pick a die.
Right.
So what's a 12?
Yep, or I can just do the... Wait, 2-step is a d12?
No, 2-step is a d6.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a 12, which is, for me, melee. So that's an average.
Okay, so it's an average hit. Cool.
Slick. So he takes 2 points of non-lethal bludgeoning. Or physical, sorry.
He has 3 physical armor, so you just bang your rock against his chassis.
And he goes, "Ha ha ha, good one."
Right, high post, you're up.
Goodness. Do I buff y'all or do I take a shot? He's under half cover, right? From the shield?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Angle?
Slag would have gotten a +1 from your combat, so it would have only been a -d4. I don't think it would have changed.
I don't know if it would have changed from...
Let me see. I mean, potentially. If I rolled max, that then wouldn't have changed anything. But
if you rolled a 1,
yeah. So we'll just have it as do no damage. It works out better for the narrative, anyways.
Okay, cool.
He's a good boy.
Oh.
Cool. Then
Since everybody's gone once, I meant to do this when you first encountered the Myrmidon. Everyone gain a hero point.
Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna hand the campaign without having used one because I keep forgetting.
Well, remember,
I use them a lot.
In combat, you can use them to reduce injury. So
Yeah.
He's telling us that because we might get injured right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give everyone the +1 because he's got the shield instead of trying to shoot at him. Or I'm going to try to. So I'm going to roll influence. That evens out to a flat d20. No, +1. 14. Boom, shakalaka. That's excellent.
All right, he's been marked once again.
Yep.
Razik, you're up.
Shifting one square is a free action, right?
You can do it as part of your attack. It's not a free action.
Perfect. And there's no attack of opportunity in this game, as
There
far
is
as I
not.
remember.
Nope.
So I can shift 2 here
And then take a shot. Yep.
and take a shot, hopefully outside of his shield.
Shots.
So +1 because of my thing.
Yeah, his shield is
herbalness.
facing like every square to his left. That's where the shield is facing. So you've moved around his shield.
Yeah, and then -1 because my fatigue, so it cancels. Because you succeeded it, right, Apoest?
Yeah. Very
So
much.
that's a flat again. A 14's a hit!
Hey, baby. I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
For 3 physical damage.
All right, 3 damage. Your shot rings out and with a loud bink bounces off its chassis, maybe
Excellent.
leaving a small dent. All right, that was a 3 impulse. So now it's his turn. He's going to take a 2-meter shift. He's going to shift like this. Actually, he's going to shift diagonally like that. And then while he's moving, he swings at Slag, and he's going to face his shield. Everything south of him is going to be shield. And he's going to swing at Slag. And miss.
Nice.
Slag, you're up.
Greetings, sir or madam. Can I interest you in Barker Industries Insurance? And then he's going to swing.
Convincing.
All right, remember
thing,
you
I
get the +1.
Mhm.
So it's only a -1.
Wait, oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, hold on.
He's got the shield up.
That's right. So it's actually a 14. So then I'll just roll. Well, here we'll just use the D4 and minus it. So that's an 11. How about that?
Okay, that works for me.
Which is still a hit,
Awesome.
Yeah.
luckily enough. So that's an average.
Okay.
And then let's roll that big old damage.
All right. Once again, you kind of hit him across his non-existent jaw and just kind of tank, and he just kind of like doesn't respond as you crank him across the face
With a snatcher leg.
with a rock at the end of it.
Yeah.
All right. At least you're up.
Is moving there a shift?
Yeah.
Yep, so I shift there and I swing.
All right. He has a shield up, so you get a -2 step penalty.
So the +1 from Hypois, the +1 from my side blade is just minused out.
Yeah.
That is an average success.
Okay. He is going to attempt to do a block. So yeah, you hit
9.
Oof!
9. Okay, that's
Yes.
6 effective damage. And all right. He raises his shield. You come around. He tries to swing with his vibro sword to deflect your weapon, but he's not fast enough, and you chop off the arm with his shield up. He no longer has his battle shield.
Oh, baby.
And that was a 3 impulse?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I did Slag's initiative, not the Myrmidon. Myrmidon should be at 9.1. There we go. I post, you're up.
Cool. That changed what I was gonna do. Step here, which is a shift and shoot.
Okay. His shield's down, but you still get the -2 for being impaired.
I still have a -2, yeah. Keep it on top. That's a 10, which should still hit. Yes. just barely, but it does. It's an average. So laser rifle. That's 5 energy damage.
5 energy damage. Okay.
And that's it for me.
This thing is not looking great. It now has a -1 step penalty on all checks.
We did such a good job, y'all. Congratulations.
I just can't believe I didn't roll higher than 11 the whole fight. That's so me. All right, Razik, you're up.
Welcome to my character out of combat.
I'm taking a 2 shift to my right, and I'm gonna fire on the Myrmidon.
Okay.
So now we don't have IPOS +1.
Right. But he no longer has his shield up.
However, there's 2 melee attackers attacking him, so that's +1. That cancels my -1, so I'm still at flat. God damn it, I'm still at flat.
You're doing a great job.
Nah, I shot the wall. That is it, 3 impulse.
Okay. Slag. Oh.
Well, this has worked so far, or so really well so far. So he's just going to swing. I have no, because the shield's gone, correct?
Yep.
So I have just the +1 step because we're flanking, quote unquote.
Yes.
Okay.
Gang
That's
up
just
bonus, if you will.
Yep. 16 is I think is an excellent. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh,
My Myrmidon's gonna die to a rock.
Potentially.
technically, it's a leg and a rock.
Yes. So I just want to make sure I doing the damage. Yeah. Okay. So the after the slash is for excellence, correct?
Yep.
On the
So
right.
it's die plus after the slash.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then +1 because I'm swinging it two-handed. So that's 9 points of physical.
Slag crushes this thing's head unit, and it kind of the body just kind of goes and it collapses.
Am I still impaired?
No, actually, as soon as it shuts down, whatever resonance ends, and you feel like a physical weight, like you were just wearing a 50-pound vest, and it just gets pulled off of you, and you're like, ooh, and your head's clear.
Me after my first coffee.
Yeah, it's yours, Vibro Sword.
Nice.
Nice. He's like he entered this dungeon in his underwear with nothing but a rock, and he now has a sword. I'm so proud of him.
Actually, I entered it with a knife, and now I have
Knife
a
he
sword,
doesn't know how to
so
use.
Upgrades.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't his thing.
So go ahead and in the book use the Vibro Blade stats.
Yeah.
So, can I figure out what triggered that? Like, was it me stepping on something or what?
It seemed to
You wandering off without the party?
give me an ESP check,
That's gonna happen.
and you feel that same offering.
Oh, well, ignore that because I
Okay.
might. Fuck it, I take it
You want to take the offering?
for the one time.
Okay. You have a +5 step bonus.
That is an excellent.
Okay. You sense that this chamber, this whole room, it is permeated with a sort of psychic residual consciousness, almost like a psychic computer. Or it's not really a person, but it's this construct of psychic energy that is searching for whenever a psychic comes to the middle of the room, it activates its routine.
Is it like a one-time thing?
Yes, you are now tagged as having fought its thing.
Okay, so I probably won't set off anything else.
Right. Since you accepted the gift, give me a willpower check.
Yeah, that's a nope.
You gain a corruption.
Sorry, I should have done OOC.
So corruption. For everyone who isn't me and Elise, because none of you know the rules and the audience isn't aware, corruption is a gradual slide towards something really bad that I won't spoil. Let's just say if Elise ever hits 10 corruption, really bad things happen.
Something dark.
Yeah, something dark side,
Yeah.
exactly.
How do you clean corruption?
Cleaning corruption? She's got to kind of go on a little pilgrimage. There are rules for it. There are rules
At
for
least
getting
you
rid of it.
can. I was assuming you just couldn't. Like, the
No,
more
no,
you
no.
corrupt, the worse it gets.
No, can you resend those rules to me? I did not save them.
I'll send it to you after this session. So, to cleanse corruption, if a Psionic character goes 3 game sessions or 1 in-game month, whichever is longer, without gaining a corruption or making a resist corruption check, even if you pass it, your corruption gets reduced by 1.
Oh, okay.
And also, for every cumulatively, as you gain corruption, it becomes harder to resist corruption. So even though she only has 1 corruption, she now gets a -1 step penalty on all resist corruption checks.
You got okay, but you had a +5 step,
Yeah, it's plus a d20. It's freaking
and
awesome.
and you rolled a 19.
Yeah, what happened there?
You rolled 2 d20s,
I rolled a 9 and a 10.
and you rolled a 19.
Yeah, dice hate me.
You
No
said
matter-
excellent, and I was like, wait a second. That's 2 d20s.
Dice just despise me. Also, my
Oh.
ESP is not my highest.
Is the shield available to grab? It does not function unless it's built in. But since you are a robot, I will leave that on the table. You don't get to build it in yet, but you can carry that along with you. Maybe maybe
Hold
next
his
time.
arm. Just hold on to the whole arm.
No, he can't even activate it without it being built in. But he can stash it for perhaps being able to install it later.
Like, he can
We've got an
carry it.
Irene.
We do have an Irene.
Yeah.
So was the shield like fused onto his hand? Like
It was
he
built
never
into
let
his
go?
forearm.
Okay. So shield on arm. Excellent.
Amazing.
Cybot is what I'm calling him.
Slag's gonna end up like multiple pieces of a lot of things.
He
Guys,
already is.
I would very much like to. There's very little left of this.
Yeah, let's get our look around.
So I would like to just kind of expedite y'all to the end because we only have about 10 minutes left. So
Sure.
you guys travel, and you travel.
I'm inside a wall.
You deserved it, and so you make your way back around to where you guys killed the thingies, but this time you go the other direction, right? And
Yeah.
you find yourselves here.
I love when
Yeah,
we
so
do
the
this
top
with
tunnel.
dungeons.
So this room, I can start closing documents. Apparently I need to save. So apparently I didn't save a lot. What is wrong with me? Not you too. Okay, good. Only 2 of my 4 documents needed saving. All right. This is 4 Pillars Square. Once again, another mural decorates the stage north wall, and the halo crowned humanoid is enlarged to fill the entire mural. So it's a mural of the halo crowned figure, and within the shape of his body now resides one of the jagged wisps. And the humanoid's halo is much larger than before. And on the other walls, one of them has a huge chunk missing out of it. Humanoids are bowing in reverence and worshipping him.
It looks like that being got possessed by one of the spirits. Let's say
Yeah.
similar spirits. I don't actually know. I'm gonna call them.
I mean, it does kind of seem like they gained some sort of power by being corrupted by another creature and decided to claim dominion over everyone else and tread over them. Just a mess.
It doesn't look positive, that's for sure.
Did you want to do anything else in this room, guys? Or to carry on down that direction?
Well, as
I
usual,
think-
I take pictures of everything. I've been taking pictures of all these walls, by the way, just in case we meet someone who might be able to tell us more about these.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Also-
that's all. We
All right.
need.
So you guys, I'm moving you. I'm just expediting because I want to
Yeah,
get through
go
it.
ahead.
So you guys are moving along. And lastly, you end up in this room. This is the very last. At the end of the room, is when you see it sparkle off the reflection of the flashlight, appears to be a trinket of some kind.
I want to get closer to inspect it, but not touch it.
All right. Let's see. When you see it, you recognize it.
What is it?
It is a
Oh,
rank.
no.
It is a rank insignia pin from the planet Pelixin. And it was a gift from your father, who was a captain in the military, to your brother.
Okay, now I pick it up.
Okay.
And I turn it over and I say, Alistair was here.
Do you want to make a psychic history?
Yes.
You get a +2 step bonus because it's your brother's. Is that a 24? I
Oof.
see.
That is a stellar.
Okay. You see your brother. He has a hover light, much like Hypoas does.
Yeah, because it's what smart people buy.
And he walks into this room and he's looking around, and then he kneels over and he pulls this insignia out of a pouch on his belt, and he looks at the insignia, and then where you're standing, which would probably be right about here now, he turns directly to you in this kind of memory, and he says, "Don't follow me," and he puts it down. And that's session.
Sounds like we need to follow.
Well, damn.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, everybody. That's the session, and we'll probably see Slag again. And PR, it's always a pleasure. So let's go ahead and let's do shoutouts, and we can wrap it
I'm
up.
keeping flag.
So I feel like our guest should get to go first. What do you say?
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right, you ready? Here you go.
I'm PR. I used to be part of this group of awesome people, but things just happen. Obviously, I am always down to make a guest appearance. But one thing I want to pimp while I'm here, other than these wonderful people and all their Twitters, is I actually have just started producing a actual play podcast where we play 5th edition D&D set in a world that basically answers the question, what happens if D&D and the 1930s were one and the same? Vegas, who plays Irene, is one of the players in it, and I think the URL should be somewhere on the screen. So definitely check it out. We're having a lot of fun, and it's just going to keep going and getting better, hopefully. I do sound effects in it and everything, so yeah, just check that out. And yeah, I think that's it.
All right, Caddy, you're next.
Hey, I have a few different social medias to tout, obviously, because everyone does these days. Do follow myself and Diroll on Twitter. On the Diroll page, we'll be updating more and more art as it gets made of just like, I'm going to try and do some sketches of scenes we've had. So, you know, hopefully some action shots, especially of Alicia, like Rizzy saving lives. But on my own Twitter, I tend to talk about D&D and other tabletop games. And then I also have an Etsy shop for dice bags and other like knitted goods. I've put out some like feelers on items people might want through Twitter. I am working on literally right now these hex shaped dice bags that'll be zip top instead of drawstring, just because I really like drawstring, but it's inconvenient anytime you put it in like a backpack or anything like that. And then you can find me on Instagram or TikTok. I tend to paint and draw and do all those things and post that there.
Okay, Linya.
Hi everyone. I don't have much social media because I just can't be bothered to keep up with it, but I do have a Twitter. It's at Elenia Zoll. Uh, just feel free to tweet me if you think of anything cool you'd like me to try and make, because I do also have an Etsy shop. It's called the Ultimate Nerd Stop, and I make a lot of hats and scarves, but I also make nerd themed coasters. Like, got a Slytherin and Gryffindor one. I was actually working on the Slytherin one tonight. It's now finished. The Pokeball. I'm gonna work on making things like bookmarks for D&D books where you can separate each monster out using the tags. I just have to design it a little bit better. But if you think of anything cool, send me a tweet so I can look into making it. Because a lot of these, I do design them myself for the most part. And it'd just be really cool to try and make something new. Check out my shop. I'll update it as soon as I get more stuff. You'll probably see these coasters go up as soon as I finish the set because I sell them one in each house color because you gotta have all four.
All right. And thank you all for tuning in and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the show. And we will be back next week with some more Dire Roll Lost Horizon. Have a great night and have a great week.